was Crimson, the 4A champs. The year before that, it was the Desert Hills Thunder taking home the state hardware. And this is an early season tilt, and the winner of this game is going to have the inside track to a Region 9 championship.
Yeah, these guys have been running the region down here for the last few years, and it comes down to tonight. It's early in the season. We're not used to seeing these guys early in the season, but hey, here we are, and like you said, inside track.
We've got lots to talk about. We're going to get you Finley Subaru stars to the game. We're going to get you our Everbowl keys to the game. We're going to get you all the storylines leading up to a 7:05 kickoff here tonight. Glad you're with us on The Fan. If you're listening on radio, you want to watch this game, go to thefansportsnetwork.com or KSLsports.com. They stream both places worldwide. Glad you're with us tonight. Carl, let's talk about the coaching chess match tonight. Coach Tapp's second season. Wasn't around for that state championship 2 years ago. He took over after Rick Berry left. Coach Berry's now back at Dixie High School. Coach Wayne was at Dixie with Coach Munkers for many moons, helped win some state championships over there, and now he's been the head guy since Crimson opened up. What's it been, 4 years ago? I guess this is going in the fifth year now at Crimson Cliffs has been open.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a little bit of a chess match. Now that Taps kind of has his system in place and he's built it around him and what his ideologies, you're going to see a little bit different defense now than you saw last year. He's got pieces in place, some returners. He's got a guy that, is headed to Utah playing strong safety for you and holding down the back end. So that's going to be exciting. And then also Crimson, Coach Wayne does a really good job of keeping everything in front. They don't panic. It's kind of a bend, don't break. But they are very disciplined on the back end, and they're really aggressive, and they play a lot of games up front. So it's going to be fun to see the adjustments at halftime, the adjustments during the game, and how those guys kind of feed off each other and how they attack each other.
Here in the broadcast booth, Carl's going to be breaking it down all night long. Two-time state championship winning coach right here at Desert Hills, and now obviously doing what Tony Romo and Tom Brady and all the best in the business joining us on the media side.
Do I get the same contract they get?
We're working on it, buddy. You get more trade than those guys get. We've got that on lockdown. We've got lots to talk about here, but it's going to be a fun matchup tonight. We got our whole crew. We got Matt on the camera. We got CC producing everything. He's going to be dropping in with some commentary as well as we get you ready for the game. I can't wait. I've been just itching all day long for this matchup.
Yeah, I've been getting asked by people, what do you think? How you feeling? What do you think is going to happen tonight? Is it going to be another blowout like it's been the last couple of years, or do you think Desert Hills responds tonight at home? And hey, both teams are healthy. Both teams have their running backs back. Both teams are, playing pretty well. They both went through a gauntlet early in the season, right? And played some really tough teams. But I think now they got another, had that first game under their belt in the region, and now here we are, week 2. And like we said, there's more on the line tonight than normal this time of year.
Let's take a look at our Everbowl keys to the game. Keys to the game brought to you by our friends at Everbowl. Their acai bowls are simply fantastic. They got some new products launching. You're going to love it just like I do. Stop on by just right over there in the Red Rock Commons next to Dick's Sporting Goods. Go check it out. Carl, let's start with Crimson Cliffs.
Yeah, man, Crimson Cliffs, keys to the game right here. Balanced attack. I know they like to run the ball. You're going to see Stokes kind of try to get 50-50 here. Keep them on their toes. Don't get yourself in downs where it's either a passing down or a run down. So he's going to try to stay out of those long downs. Defensively, they got to stop the run, obviously. The Titan Mason show, you got to stop him first and then make them throw the ball down the field, and then execution is always key for everything. Executing the offense, executing the defense, not making a lot of mental errors, and keep yourself in the game that way. For Desert Hills, got to win on third downs. You got to keep your offense on the field because we know Crimson can score at any time, and you don't want to keep that defense out there too long. Blitz pick up because of all the games they play up in that 3 front they play up front with all those linebackers coming. They got to pick up the blitz tonight. Keep Grondell clean, and then explosive plays. They got to get some explosive plays, whether it's turnovers or if they score big over the top, which is hard to do against a Wayne Alofapo type defense because they do play everything in front. But if they can get a big shot here and there, it's going to be a good game.
Everbowl, keys to the game. Check out their acai bowls, smoothies, all packed with superfoods to fuel your day. Proudly serving the St. George community. Everbowl, where St. George gets its superfood fix. Did you know Drew Brees, former NFL quarterback, owns 13 Everbowls. That's what he's been doing since he's retired. He's
Wow.
Opened up 13 Everbowls,
What?
mainly down in Louisiana.
That's just, he's going to pass that down to his kids, That's what it is.
Yeah,
You get wealthy, and then you make more money off of money, So that's smart.
This is the Sport Court pregame show. Turn your backyard into a playground with their multi-purpose courts, pickleball courts, basketball courts. Go to sportcourtsouthernutah.com. All right, we're going to take just a quick time out. When we come back, we're going to start talking about our House of Jump starting lineup. We're going to pick our Findlay Subaru stars to watch tonight, and we're going to get you ready for kickoff. It's the Thunder and the Mustangs coming up on the Fan Sports Network.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Pregame presented by Sport Court of Southern Utah. That song, it's kind of symbolic when you're the Desert Hills Thunder. Play it at every single home game. They just lit up Thor's hammer. We got the smoke bombs going out of the hammerhead, and that means we're closing in on kickoff on a Friday night.
Yeah, it still gives me goosebumps listening to this, having the team run out. And
first guy out of the tunnel, Cyrus Polu, to lead the team on the field.
And he should be. I know the Sewell brothers like to come in last, but that's good to see Cyrus kind of leading out there. It's a nostalgia. It's awesome. This crowd has got to get on its feet. Got to make some noise tonight for these Thunder.
Good visiting crowd. Looks like the students crossed the way. Military camo night. Looks like neon night or something for the Desert Hills students. So a lot of these students are friends and have friends that grew up in the neighborhood with the split. Both schools, less than 5 miles apart.
These kids all went to school in elementary school and intermediate school together, and then when it split and they had to kind of pick schools or wherever that road ran through, that's where they were stuck. So
we're going to get to the starting lineup brought to you by House of Jump in just a minute. We're also going to pick our Findlay Subaru Star Watch, and it's kind of easy tonight, I think. We talked a lot about it in the pregame show. We'll talk about the running backs in a minute, but sometimes we take a break, but tonight, Lindy Butler, she's a student at Desert Hills. She is actually going to sing the national anthem, so we're going to stay live and pay tribute to our great country and enjoy the national anthem with you, and then we'll get into all of our other pregame set pieces that we want to talk about before the kickoff tonight. Our officials for tonight's game, we got Joe B. Wright, the referee. Chad Vader is the umpire. The line judge, Logan Snedeker.
Yeah.
Head linesman, Clinton Hansen. And the back judge is Jared Frank. And referees tonight brought to you by our friends at Intermountain Sports Performance. And here is Miss Butler to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Nice job there.
Sensational.
Yeah. The
Lin-
pipes on that little girl out there. Huh?
Lindy Butler,
Yeah, nice
Devin
job.
Dixon, Carl Frankie here in the broadcast booth. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go too, and I know I got some boys listening in. My brother in Texas, good to see you. Hope to hear from you soon. And then the boys back in the home. Hey, we got Coach Nelson listening in tonight.
Jake's listening?
We
better be behaved tonight.
Yeah. I told him don't be surprised no one's running a 4-4 tonight. So you got Carter Miller up in Cedar up in that area watching. These guys are all watching. They
the old
told me
boys.
they wanted to see Devin. They wanted to hear Devin.
They're here
so.
for you. They're here for you. Oh, man. Let's get to our Findlay Subaru Star Watch tonight, and it's easy tonight. You got to pick the running backs.
Yeah.
McCord Christiansen, there he is, walking out with the captains, number 15 for the Mustangs. And then, of course, Titan Mason for the Thunder, wearing number 2. He's walking out with the Thunder captains tonight.
Yeah, no, those two guys are phenomenal running backs. They don't turn the ball over. Ball security is huge with them. And then after getting hit, after contact, those guys stay up and they get plenty of yards after contact. So it's a lot of gang tackling tonight for these defenses.
You look at the statistics, and it's been unbelievable to watch these two guys get it done. And Christiansen, 101 carries already in the first 4 games this season, 563 yards. That's almost 6 yards a carry, averaging 140 yards a game, 2 rushing touchdowns. His long on the season is 31. Over under 31 on longest run for McCord tonight, Carl.
Oh, I got under.
Okay.
I got under.
Look at Titan Mason, our Findlay Subaru Star Watch tonight, and he has been sensational. You got to remember he missed 1 game, so he has only played in 3 games, and he sat out a half actually. And Mason has made the most of it. 53 carries, 449 yards. That's 8.5 yards per tote and 8 rushing touchdowns.
What I love about Titan, what he does a really good job of is he's patient. He sets up blocks, but he doesn't run pass blocks. You know, he kind of dips in and out and sets up those blockers for him up in front, make it easy for him. And then once he gets to that second level, watch out. He can really take it to the house.
Inside the pregame show presented by Sport Court, Devin Dixon, Carl Frankie, Connor Collins, Matt Hamill, and the whole crew here tonight on the Fan Sports Network. It's our Boulevard home game of the week. Coin toss deferred. So Desert Hills will get the ball in the second half, and Crimson's offense will be out there on the field. And this offense, as we look at our House of Jump starting lineup, Ryder Sherritt. Didn't know a lot about him because he didn't play behind Steele Barbin. Steele Barbin over 40 touchdowns, wins a state championship. Yeah. Big shoes to fill. But the more and more reps he gets, Carl, the better off he's been. He'll be joined in the backfield by Christiansen. Just talked about him. Then he's got Maddox and Malachi Olofopo, and these are 2 really good twin brother wide receivers. Boston Barrow is the other wide receiver. And this good offensive line that's taking shape. Gavin Ibsen, Tyson Wilkerson, Easton Webster, the center, Caden Wilson, and Madden Smith, their big left tackle.
Yeah. No, big and physical front line for the Crimson. So, again, Desert Hills got to do a really good job of not just staying in front of them. You know, the shed tackles, stay in that gap integrity, and then those backers got to make them right.
House of Jump, perfect for your next birthday party. They got an arcade. They encourage you to bounce off the walls at the House of Jump. You can dunk, dodge, and have a good time. Check out houseofjump.com. All right, Thunder wearing the gray jerseys, black numbers, black helmets, and the white jerseys with the red helmets for the Mustangs, coached by Coach Wayne Alofopo. He's your defensive coordinator as well. Offensive coordinator for the second year, Andy Stokes. He's back in Region 9. You went up against Coach Stokes many moons, Carl, and you know he might throw out some trickeration tonight.
Yeah, what I like about what Stokes does is he creative with formations. So we'll see what he does with the blocking scheme and formations early on.
Coach Tapp, second season, taking over here as the head coach. Sam Stevens is the offensive coordinator. Kick is returnable from the 3. It's going to be out across the 15, hit and stopped. Not much there for the return man. That was Jackson Holt, and he won't get out to the 20, and Crimson will fire up the offense.
Let's see what Desert Hills does on first down, if they're going to just sit back in coverage or are they going to bring some pressure. Like I said before, getting both these offenses in second and third and long is going to be big for these defenses all night.
Shout out to all our pregame sponsors, Finley Subaru, Honolulu Grill. They brought some food by the broadcast booth. Thanks, Boo Boo. Thanks, Nick. It was delicious Kahlua pork. Check them out, 7 South, 7th East. Appreciate Down East Outlet and Bucks Ace Hardware. It's all built by Bucks. Ryder Sherritt, senior quarterback. Out of the shotgun goes empty. Christiansen in motion. They'll flip it to him, and he can't make the catch. He wanted to go after it, thinking maybe that was a backwards pass.
It was forward. The ball was traveling up the field, but I expected something quick early on just to kind of get them settled in to the offense and get some tempo. I would expect maybe a run here or another quick passing type play.
Sherritt, 57 out of 107, 634 yards, 53% completion, 11 yards a throw, and he's got 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Run to Christiansen. McCord going to take it for a nice little gain of 4 out across the 23 near the 24-yard line.
Yep, so now we got 3rd and 6 here. Is Desert Hills going to pressure or are they going to sit back?
Looked like shoestring tackle there by, was it Bo Meredith, I believe, that made that last stop for Desert Hills. You got some good backers in Meredith and Brock Moy.
Discipline early on, not jumping on the fake snap.
Twins to either side.
Little check with me.
Sherritt, quick pass, lets it fly, and it is
incomplete.
In and out of the hands of the receiver. On that far sideline was trying to find Maddox Alofopo.
Well, here's their first 3 and out, so they start out with a 3 and out. Hey, the play was there. It was a good play call there. Hit him right in the hands. He's got to come down with that.
And that was one of our Everbowl keys, was executing on those money downs.
Yep, correct.
Maybe a little jitters there. And
yeah, it was a hair behind him, but catchable. He'll probably catch the next one that comes to him.
Oh, the special teams unit is on. Kicker is Calder Pace, standing inside his own 10.
They run that shield type punt formation. This is going to be an easy return here.
Polo from the 40, goes wide side to the 50, into Mustang territory, maybe a block in the back or a hold as he'll take it down inside the 30, still fighting for yardage, but there is laundry on the field.
I thought he kind of got up around the shoulders a little bit.
He fumbled at the end, they say.
Oh, wow.
Check out
I thought he stepped out there.
Right there, the ball seems to pop out.
Yep, it does. It's out.
And I don't think his forward momentum was stopped.
No, I think they gave it to Crimson. This is Crimson's ball.
Another look at our Holbrook asphalt replay. Leaders in HA5. Asphalt preservation. Make it last longer.
There it is.
Right there. He tries to recollect it.
And he's still moving up the field, so they did not blow the whistle.
Now, if the penalty's on Desert Hills, you decline it, or will they tack it on to the end of the run?
No, it's just declined. It's a turnover off the fumble.
It was a hold on the Thunder. So Crimson gets a turnover. Remember last week in the big win for Desert Hills, Cyrus Polu punched the ball out from Brock Harris when Pineview was looking to go score and tie the game in the third quarter. That proved to be a difference maker. This time Polo can't hang on, unfortunately.
Look for maybe Crimson to take a shot here off a turnover, maybe a little blood in the water. See what they do.
They'll
fly
run
sweep.
Yep, fly sweep to the outside, spin move. Makes a couple guys miss, and we'll turn a little lime into lemonade. And looked like a 2-yard loss, got a 2-yard gain.
Should have been a 2-yard loss. They just got to stay on their feet when they tackle. If you watch, they're kind of diving on his feet, not really squaring him up and running their feet through the tackle.
Jackson Holt with the carry. They'll give him the 30, so it's going to be a 3-yard pickup. 2nd down and 7. Second possession. And that's what you love. I mean, you go 3 and out, but, man, special teams rips the ball out, and you got the ball right back for your offense.
So you got quick change, and now the defense has to respond again.
Out of the gun. Direct snap to Christiansen. He's going to take it off the right tackle, down the boundary, diving out of bounds near the chains, and I think he's got a fabulous Freddy's first down.
Yeah, just direct snap, and they're just following the tight end around the corner here. Little pin and pull action. They seal down with the end, and then they pull the guard around. A little pin and pull, and they get sucked down inside.
Good play call. Goes for 7, and here we go. And now it's loose, and Desert Hills has a shot, but I think Crimson got back on top of it.
Here's what Andy is setting up on this. So they're going to direct snap. The quarterback's going away. They might throw a screen back the other way to the quarterback, so you might see that later on tonight.
And Christiansen, that was the same play, but that snap was just offline.
Yeah.
So they'll lose a couple yards. In fact, 7-yard loss.
So that's huge for the Thunder there because they were, now they got them in second and long.
From their own 30, Christiansen again, feeling his way, trying to find a lane. Kind of patiently weaving and nothing really there. Good job by that left side of the Desert Hills defense. Bo Meredith over there, Luke Boley.
And now now if you're the secondary, you got to know where the sticks are. Look for something to come back to the outside to the sticks or some sort of flood pattern out of the trips. Something down the seam and then something to the corner.
You can see that nickel or dime package coming on as it's a passing situation, letting it fly, and it's an out route to the sticks, and it's caught.
Come back to the sticks like I thought they do, right to the boundary. You got to know where the sticks are if you're the corner.
Malachi Lofapo from Ryder Sherritt, and that is good enough for a 15-yard gain and another fabulous Freddy's first down. Great hands there by Lofapo.
Tempo here. Desert Hills better get ready. You're going to get some run game here.
Sherritt going quick. RPO gives it to McCord. McCord Christiansen diving ahead for a 2, maybe 3-yard gain depending on the spot. Into Thunder territory. They'll spot it at the 49.
Oh, you got an injury here.
And that's one of the Thunder D tackles
there.
Yeah,
big man down there. Is that 92?
Yeah, that is Josiah Avasivi. And he's holding that left leg, and Trainer's on the field.
Looked like he kind of got rolled up on late.
Injury timeout. We'll take a break. We'll check on Avasivi when we come back here on the Fan Sports Network. Crimson driving in Thunder territory when we return.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Today's game is brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Sport Court, Scooters Coffee, and Holbrook Asphalt.
And it was obviously walking off. Did have a little help, but he was walking under his own power. And we return to live action. Coach Taps making some adjustments now defensively as Crimson, you can see right now, Carl, they want to go up tempo, it looks like.
Yeah, that they want to get in that rhythm. Keeps you on your heels. You can't sub.
Blitz coming. They pick it up. One-on-one to the outside. It's in the air. It's caught. It is caught. And a big gain down inside the 10. Beautiful ball from Ryder Sherry. Dropped it right in the breadbasket to Jackson Holt.
Yeah, they found something they like. So that's a slot fade there. The outside receiver kind of comes down and is running. It looked like it was usually a hitch, but he ran a curl, and then the slot fades over the top of him.
They want to go quick. Sherritt. Run. Christiansen. Trying to get it to the front pylon, and he's going to be short down near the 1. No touchdown, but second down and goal for the Mustangs.
Yeah, if you watch this replay again, you'll see the outside receiver run a little stutter, and then the slant fade or the slot fade just over top him. So now the safety has to carry that all the way over up the field.
Well designed, and it goes for big yardage. And now second down and goal. Ryder Sherritt, senior quarterback, gives it to Christiansen. Again, he's going to go in for that moment where you touch it down. Crimson strikes first.
So we talked about it early, right? Big plays, and that was your first big play right there, that shot over the top. And now that's an easy run-in for that big old line.
Big-time drive off the turnover. And now The Extra Point, brought to you by Best Friends in Kanab, Utah. Take home your new best friend. Go check out the sanctuary. Dogs, cats, can adopt horses. They have snakes, rabbits, you name it.
I got one animal at home, and he's expensive enough.
And here is the kicker. Calder pace. It's up, it's low, but it is good. We'll take the break on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Mustangs on the road, strike first, 7-0 over the Thunder when we return.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Back live here. Our game of the week on the Fan Sports Network and the fansportsnetwork.com on the live stream. Presented by the Boulevard. Devin Dixon, Carl Frankie, 7-0 Mustangs. That huge shot down the field on that long third down completion. Sherritt hitting his guy. What a great start to the game for Jackson Holt. And now we'll see Garrett Grondell and the Thunder offense for the very first time tonight.
Yeah, and they got to answer tonight because you don't want to let this thing get out of control early. You got to answer. Don't let those thoughts creep in your head like the last couple of years where, hey, man, we don't belong here. They do belong. They just got to show that they do.
So McCord Christiansen has that early touchdown, and now we'll see Titan Mason. We had the running backs, our Finley Subaru star watch tonight. One of the Thunder jerseys looks like a different tone of gray to me, doesn't it? The right guard. Must be a new one. Must have ripped the old one or something.
Maybe he's sweating more. Those grays, you start sweating those grays, they look black sometimes.
Who cares as long as he's ready to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll put a man in motion, and Grondell will run a design quarterback keeper back off left tackle. He'll get out of bounds and pick up a couple. Not much there.
No, a lot of – again, when you play against this type of front, a lot of it is spill technique. They're trying to spill it all to their linebackers, and they do a really good job here spilling that.
Watch out for McKay Wright. McKay Wright, number 34. Already an incredible start to the season for him. One of the leaders that's back from last year's state championship team. And McKay Wright comes into this game with 47 tackles, so averaging 11.8 per game in the first 4 weeks of the season. Grondell looking to throw, nothing there. Going to tuck, going to run, and good spy job there, and he only gets it to the 25-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
I thought he had his tight end early. He kind of brought it back. Wintle's right there. He's got to hit him right there.
Wright was in the vicinity.
Yeah, you got to just put it on his frame and hope that he catches it, turns, and maybe breaks a tackle or gains a couple after that. He's got to trust that throw.
3rd down. And the Thunder trying to move the chains, trailing 7-0. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left on the Nets on fire. First quarter clock. From their own 25-yard line, Grondell in the pistol. Gonna throw. Looking, blitz comes, he dumps it. It's Mason, Titan Mason, going to try to get it with his body, and he leans to the 30, and I think it's going to be really close, and it might just be enough for a Fabulous Freddy's first down, Carl.
Yeah, great job here checking it down, getting it in your playmaker's hands, and then he runs over a guy to get that first down.
16 did everything right, forced him back to the middle, but that allowed him north and south to put his head down and get just enough.
And if you got Titan Mason against a safety all night, you'll take that matchup, and that's what happens at the end here.
That was Tyler Gibb that forced him into the help there, and then tackle made by McKay Wright. Tackle number 1 for McKay. Grondell in the offense. Fresh set of downs.
Think Titan Mason's a Seahawk fan with those gloves?
As long as he can keep them on. Last time we were here in the Pineview game, they took those gloves away from him.
Really?
And he couldn't return in the game. Well, yeah, they took him away. It was like taking his helmet away. He couldn't play without those gloves. There's a run by Titan Mason, and that's going to be a 5-yard gain.
So that's big. That's a big play on first down. You're in 2nd and short. Your playbook is completely open here, so you can do play action here, which would be big for them. Little play action. take a shot, maybe get a big yardage here across the middle somewhere in that too-high zone.
House of Jump offensive starters: Garrett Grondale, tight end Mason; Gavin Young, Austin Wintle, the tight end; Topper Pattison, Trey Horton, the receivers. And then the offensive line: Vandermite at right tackle, Inslee at right guard, Kloss in the center, Tafua the left guard, and big Simon Foylatolo is your left tackle. And he's getting some big-time interest. There's a shot over the middle, and it's caught by Trey Horton.
Yeah, and a good throw. He puts it where he's not going to get lit up by the safety. He protects his receiver here.
Kind of used Titan Mason as a decoy on that swing.
Well, and he's going to hold that backer or pull him wide every time. So that's what opened up that hole right behind it with Horton.
Trey Horton, first catch of the night for the senior.
Now, a lot different offense here, right? Taking their time, methodical, in and out of a huddle, a little bit different.
5:09 left in the first quarter. And out of the shotgun, Garrett Grondale. Play action, looking to throw. Pressure coming, has to get rid of it.
That's going to be grounding.
And that might be Pattison in the vicinity.
Ooh.
But just barely.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't even out of a break yet.
Watch 6. He's at the bottom of your screen. He kind of runs a post route. He throws it to an out route, but he did recover enough to be within about 5 yards.
That's really
that's close.
That's close.
I agree with the call, though. He was in the vicinity. But Mustang fans probably think that should have been grounding, though.
Well, and Grondale's got to see where the safety is lined up on that. You knew you were going to get two edge blitzes off of that because of where the safety was on the field. He had to creep down and cover that number 3 receiver.
Snow Canyon Cedar have traded turnovers, and they've both had touchdowns called back, so on holding penalties, so no score. Region 9 updates brought to you by The Rink, skatetherink.com. Over the middle, open, Coy duck it, and was thrown a little bit behind him. It's incomplete.
And late, too. Like, you want to get that in his hands about where the right tackle is and let him run upfield with it. So he doesn't get it to him until about the numbers. He's got nowhere to go after he catches it there.
Update of the other game. This is also streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com, just like this one if you want to watch tonight. Hurricane Pineview. Both teams score on their opening possession at 7-7. Hurricane 80-yarder 23 seconds into the game, but Pineview drives down and answers. Screen set up, and it's incomplete. Pressure again. And, Carl, go back to the Everbowl keys to the game. We might have a late hit here, but they're turning up the blitz.
It's either, I don't know if it was a late hit or hands to the face there. It was kind of late because he was trying to defend a pass. And maybe hit him around the head. I have no idea.
Here's the call from Joe B. Wright.
Oh, legal man. Legal man downfield. The ball went past the line of scrimmage, and you had guys upfield, so that's why the call.
They'll decline it, and it'll be 4th down.
I would have, if you're tapped, you might argue or ask if that was tipped or not, because the ball did come out kind of funky.
Kicker, Hayden Porter on. Thunder going to punt. Trailing 7-0. Mustangs on top on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Here on the Fan Sports Network. Good snap by the long snapper. High spiraling kick. Fair catch signaled by Christiansen at the 20. Diving catch there near the 21, and they'll have their 3rd possession already here in the first quarter with still 4:42 left on the Nets on Fire clock. Possession number 3 for the Mustangs.
The good news is Desert Hills did pick up a couple first downs, at least switch the fields for them.
Tonight's game brought to you by Luke Udy & Associates, your local American Family Insurance agent. Luke can save you a bunch of money on your home, auto, or life insurance. Give him a call today, 435-251-9102 for a free quote. They'll run it to Christiansen. Got a little crease off left tackle into the second level. And finally going to be thrown down. No, he's not, as he keeps his balance out across the 43 to the 45-yard line. What a run by McCord.
Nobody in that gap, nobody. So either someone missed an assignment or they got pushed out of that hole.
And they want to go quick. RPO, give it again. Christiansen leaning forward. Boldy makes the tackle, but not before another 5-yard pickup. Take another look on the Holbrook Asphalt replay. We're hoping for the big score dessert tonight. Over 25 points. Fans, you win. Go to Yogurtland, buy one, and get the second one of equal or lesser value absolutely free. Holbrook Asphalt is paying for it. Sherritt going to throw out in the flat. It's caught. Guess who? He already had the touchdown. He's going to make some moves down to the 32-yard line. What a start tonight by Jackson Holt.
They made Cyrus Polu come up with air on that one.
A spin move.
Yeah, it was a nice play. But you could see Sherrod's getting the ball out quick. He's getting it in the hands. They're not taking a lot of time to get the ball to their receivers, their playmakers.
1st and 10, Sherrod taking a shot. One-on-one. Into the air. Caught. Into the end zone. Did he stay in bounds? No. They say Malachi Alofapo was out of bounds.
Malachi's got to fight a little bit more and lean on him and try to create a little bit more space to the sideline. He's not giving his receiver enough space. By the time that ball's in the air, he's only about 2 yards off of the sideline.
Man, that 1 foot.
Yeah, there's no replay in high school, so it's
No.
tough for those guys.
But it's on the far sideline.
Yeah.
We're not zoomed in, but that was really close to being a big catch. They'll run it, breaking a tackle.
2 missed tackles.
And the Thunder having trouble tackling. That's a new ball carrier. That's number 25, Van Daly.
Well, it looks like when the Thunder defender gets there, they're not under control. They're just putting their head down and trying to go through the kid. See, again, head down. They got to come under control and wrap up.
Good news after the injury, though. Big 92, Josiah.
Yeah, he's back in.
Hosivi is back into the game. RPO again, Van Daly, and Daly will take it into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. And that'll be a 1st down for the Mustangs.
Hey, if I'm Desert Hills, I was just going to say they need to take a timeout right here.
And Coach Taps.
I was just about to say it, and I just heard the whistle blow.
Timeout brought to you by Luke Udy, American Family Insurance. We'll step aside. Be right back. Thunder on their heels. Mustangs up 7-0 and driving when we come back.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Welcome back, everybody. Glad you're joining us on your Friday night here on the Fan Sports Network. We got games tonight. We got Utah Tech tomorrow night at home against NAU. And an RPO run for a couple yards by the Mustangs out of that defensive timeout taken by Coach Taps. Then we got Denver Broncos on Sunday playing the Broncos.
This is a fly sweep to the boundary. You almost expect the quarterback to keep that. Not a lot of room over there.
Big double nickel. Is that Jordan Clough with the tackle?
Yeah, and they'll double, another check with me. They like this matchup outside. They definitely like this matchup.
But it's incomplete. Maybe deflected there near the line of scrimmage, and that's what caused that incompletion.
So if you see another big play over there on number 3, Malachi Perry, I'd almost expect Desert Hills to kind of help a little bit over the top.
Sherrod looking to throw here.
Screen.
And it's going to be thrown away.
Smart.
I think he was living to fight another down.
That was smartly. They picked it up. Well, it's a double screen, but really it's a running back screen to the boundary.
Now 4th down, you're kind of in no man's land here. Do you try a long 45-yard kick, or you just go for it on 4th and 10?
I think if you're Andy Stokes, you're going to try to pick up at least half of this and then probably go for it.
Well, it's 4th down now.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said
it's 4th down now.
Yeah.
They're going for it. They probably throw a situation here, maybe trying to draw them off sides. Maybe they'll.
I think they might run a play. Who knows?
And now the flag flies.
Yeah, so they're probably going to kick, I guess.
False start. Well, they might have wanted to try the field goal. Now you're backed up 5. I'll make that field goal attempt even longer.
I mean, we talked about it earlier this morning, how points, you got to get points, especially early in the game. You don't want to be chasing points. Now, if I'm them, I'm probably going to a Lofapo on the outside again. You're going to get, I don't care. If you're Andy Stokes, you're gonna send your tailback to the left, bring that safety over even more out of the middle of the field, and you go one-on-one to your son on that backside.
He's on the single receiver side. Sherrod Looking left, though, to the trip side. Into the end zone. Double coverage. Intercepted. And it's intercepted by Cummings.
Yeah, he had that covered perfectly. Ball hung up way too long for that to be successful. And the pressure off the edge caused some of that to happen as well.
Elijah Cummings, who's both his brothers will be playing tomorrow for the St. George Eagles. They both played here at Desert Hills. Dad is one of the assistant coaches here. I believe that's his first or maybe second interception of the year. I'll have to check on that. Great high point, though.
Yeah, great athlete.
And you're taking a shot. That's a jump ball situation, and Sherritt's just hoping his guy can go make a play.
I just like that other matchup, right? He's been just hot over there.
1st and 10 Thunder. So both teams now have one turnover here in the first half with 2:22 left in the first quarter. Crimson ahead, 7-0. Desert Hills will start at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll run it. Titan Mason up the middle, hit and dropped after a gain of 2. Tackle by number 50, and that is Kason Cuff.
Yeah, Desert Hills got to get some movement up front, especially on those D tackles and especially on that nose. You see they walk up guys on the outside. They're kind of just forcing everything in now. And to those guys, if you're not moving those guys around, then you're not going to be able to run the ball inside. So let's see if they start bringing that tight end up inside, like a little more insert. But now you got a true 3-4, and it looks like they're going to maybe bring a little saw blitz with them.
Wintle goes in motion, pass play, looking his way. And now Grondell's going to run, puts his foot in the turf, slides, and maybe fans want a late hit, but he gave himself up, and it's hard to stop.
First down, I think, too.
And I don't think he actually hit him. I think he missed on the tackle.
And he kind of rolled over top of him here. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
He did a good job of not making big contact, so.
I don't know if that would have been spotted a first down in the NFL because it's where you start your slide.
Correct.
But he did get enough for the Fabulous Freddy's first down in high school.
Yeah, I guess there's just no replay, right? It's so hard.
Right.
Everything's so fast, right?
Sure.
So, yeah, I mean, if you're a quarterback there, you've got to know where the sticks are, and he did, and he got there.
I like how decisive he was to go ahead and run.
Yeah, I would have liked a little pump fake there, hold that linebacker a little bit longer.
Man in motion. It's Young. They'll throw.
There's
and
that
it's caught
play.
by the tight end.
Yep.
And
so he had that in the first possession, and he didn't get rid of it. This time he got rid of it.
McKay Wright will make an instant stop after the catch. It's a gain of 6.
Yep, same play as before. This time he got rid of it. And that's a great gain on first down. Again, it gets you second and short, second and medium. It's where you want to live today. You want to be a second and third and short and medium.
Crimson leading, digging in defensively. Thunder at their own 32, second down and a short 4. Garrett Grondell out of the shotgun, pistol. Titan Mason right behind him, 3 yards deeper. Trips to the near sideline. Mustangs show blitz. They come with 4. Grondell over the middle and hits Young. Young right near the sticks, and it should be enough for a Fabulous Freddy's first down.
Nice job there, putting it on his frame. Not high, not low, puts it right on his frame. And all you're doing is boxing out the defender behind you.
Gavin Young, 5'8", junior, 160 pounds.
And now this is what you got to do if you're Desert Hills. You got to be patient versus this type of defense because they're just going to bend, don't break. And there's going to be gaps and holes to sit in, and you just got to take what they give you early.
1 quarter in the books. Stay with us, quarter 2, when we come back on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. 7-0 Mustangs lead the Thunder on the Fan Sports Network.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture? Your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed, and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Today's game is brought to you by Everbowl, Back 9 Golf, Fabulous Freddy's, and Great Harvest Bread Company.
Live again here, Boulevard home. Game of the week start at quarter number 2 from their own 41. Thunder have it, 1st and 10. Here comes the pressure. Rolls into the pressure, throws it, completes it. Wenzel hit from the backside. He'll pick up 9 out to midfield.
Great job. Great
Nice
job by Grondell. As soon as he made that fake, he snaps his head around, sees the guy because that's naked boot. Uses athleticism, get outside, and deliver the ball on time. Nice job.
2nd down and short. All of a sudden, this drive, Desert Hills is getting some really good chunk plays on 1st down, Carl.
Yeah, I would like even maybe a little tailback draw here. You can probably run a little screen because you can see Coach Wayne's getting a little antsy. He's starting to bring a little different pressures. You might catch him in a blitz here.
We'll see what they draw up. 3-man front. Out of the pistol. Wenzel switches to the right side. They'll run it right ahead to Titan Mason. He'll pick up the yardage for a 1st down. Just needed a yard, and he got 5.
Yeah, it was a good run play there. You got a player down, number 50. He's getting up.
Another Fabulous Freddy's 1st down. Make sure to stop by. Check out their Unlimited Car Wash Club. Yes, go Unlimited at your 2 Southern Utah Fabulous Freddy's. Make sure you save at the pump. Get your discounts on gas when you get your car washes. Got the Splash Drinks. The Ike Sandwich Shop inside the Bluff Street location is awesome. If you've never had some Ike sandwiches, go check it out this weekend. Thank you, Fabulous Freddy's. Longtime great partner with us of sports here on the Fan Sports Network. 1st and 10 Thunder.
You can see that bounce over.
Grondell going to throw. Has some time. Now he's going to step up. Rolling to the left. Looking downfield. Fires it complete. And it's Coy Duckett inside the 30. And momentum is stopped.
Another good play. It looked like Grondell was going to take off there, and then he was like, "Okay, hold on, I don't have enough pressure yet. I can stay patient. He needs to stay in that pocket." Early on in the season, he started to get happy feet because he was getting all that pressure. He's got to stay in there.
Those are probably 2 of the best throws I think that we've seen out of Grondell all night. In fact, probably out of all season. I think 2 back-to-back, like you said, bootlegs. He looked most comfortable he's looked all night.
Yeah.
If he would have looked a little bit further on the backside, he might have had Stookie even a little bit more open. But you can't argue with the play because
the pressure came off the backside pretty quick. With that backside pressure, he was off of that in a hurry. So
1st and 10 Thunder. Devin Dixon, Carl Frankie, the 3rd voice you just heard, Connor Collins. We got CC doing a little producing and color tonight. They'll put Horton in motion, but Coach Caps doesn't like something. That's a timeout brought to you by Udy and Associates.
I think the personnel, they wanted the tight end off the ball there.
Here in the broadcast booth, Devin Dixon. Good evening, everybody. Carl Frankie. Carl, how about the physicality so far? Kind of fast-paced for the offense of the Mustangs, a little bit slower tempo, but look kind of evenly matched. Both teams 1 turnover so far.
Yeah, you had that early turnover by Polu on the return. Crimson capitalized, but I think both teams kind of settled in a little bit here.
Of course, we're hoping for the big score dessert tonight. We need over 25 points. And fans, you can go to Holbrook Asphalt. Buy 1, second one of equal or lesser value. Holbrook Asphalt's paying for it. It's back again this year. So out of the timeout, both teams will go over what they want in this situation. Gives us a chance to thank some of our other great partners. Stats tonight brought to you by Scooters Coffee. We'll dive deep at halftime on those. Of course, we're going to have some awards tonight. We'll name our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. Carl gets the honor tonight. The biggest play in his eyes, he gets the final say on that one.
Ooh.
And then we'll also hand out our Finley Subaru Star of the Game, as well as our Jersey Mike Sub of the Game, all after this one goes final. Out of the timeout, misdirection, Grondell will keep it. Has a little room. And down the numbers he goes near the 20-yard line, and that's going to be right near the sticks, maybe inches shy of a 1st down, a gain of 9.
It's a nice little wrinkle there. Nice play. I think he just cut it back. Yeah.
Wenzel getting downfield. He's a good blocking tight end. It was kind of fun to watch Wenzel and Brock Harris and the tight ends catching it last week, but they were also blocking so well.
Yeah, no, they both of those guys do a really good job in blocking. And that's what you need in the tight end. Let's see what Desert Hills does. Take a shot here. You're on the short porch. You got a boundary one-on-one right here. And it's 2nd and 1. Why not take a shot here?
Grondell puts Horton out a little wider. They'll run it.
And they ran underneath the blitz.
Titan Mason breaks a tackle to the 10. And down to the 5-yard line. There's the power running of Titan Mason.
Yeah, a little hesitation almost there on this play, but he runs right underneath the blitz. They called the perfect play for that blitz.
That was kind of that play you wanted a little earlier.
Did you see the stiff arm on the tackle, too? On the DN, I mean? Boom.
Worth one more look. Watch
Face mask full of
the stiff arm here by the tailback of the Thunder.
Watch this green mitt hit him right in the face. That's a heck of a run right there.
He's committed to Idaho State.
Yeah, well.
But, I mean, if a bigger offer came around, yeah.
It's not like
verbal
he's written anything.
Correct. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Bigger offer came.
Here you go. You got a little two-man.
And they're going to run it. Titan Mason going to hit and be dropped down at the 2.
So they push their man on the outside, maybe a little rub route, a little pick. But I tell you what, Mason comes downhill and hits you.
It looks like.
This is the 2 plays ago.
Yeah, this is the one prior, but one more look at that one. Number 50, that is Kaysen Cuff.
Is this 50 again?
Yeah, Kaysen
He went
Cuff.
down earlier. He was kind of a little banged up, and he got himself up earlier in this possession. So maybe he's not feeling all that great. Maybe he got hit in the head. Hopefully not. But
quick 30-second timeout. We'll check on Mason Cuff when we come back.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your...
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court. Back live here.
They got a nub tight end here, trips to the field.
Grondell out of the shotgun, him from the 2-yard line, trying to potentially tie this game up. Give it, Mason. Titan Mason, untouched, touchdown Thunder.
So that's a great job personnel-wise for the Thunder, forcing Crimson to play the field over trips, and then now you got one-on-one backside.
Great seal block by Alec Tafua.
Yep.
Big number 53, and we are an extra point away from being tied here early second quarter from Desert Hills High School. So McCord Christiansen and Titan Mason, the 2-star running backs, have both punched one in. Best friends, Kanab, Utah, bringing you the extra point. And the hold and the snap are good. The kick is away, and it is tie ball game, 7-7 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. We'll take another break, come back. Ryder Sheraton, the offense, back on the field in a Friday night showdown between crosstown rivals on the Fan Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and escape The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
8-minute drive as we welcome you back to Desert Hills. They've tied it up against the Mustangs. Jumping high to keep it from a touchback, and it's returnable, and it's going to be taken out across the 25 near the 27-yard line, so actually ended up being a few extra yards for Jackson Holt.
Yeah, 2-yard gain out of that, but got it in the hands of a playmaker, tried to do something with it. It was a heck of a play.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane, great coffee, smoothies, snacks, drinks, breakfast burritos, good. Check it out next time you're going to Zion National Park or out to play some golf out in Hurricane, Utah. 11-play, 8-minute drive. They took 8 minutes off the clock punching it in for D Hills.
Great possession for Desert Hills right there.
Ryder Sherritt looking to get going here with the offense. They'll run it to Christiansen. He'll bounce it outside. Cut back, stay in bounds, and that's going to get him some yak yards down to the 44-yard line. He looked like he's going to get about 7 or 8 yard gain, Carl, and he ended up getting 14, 15.
Yeah, no, both teams have struggled with tackling the running backs because they're so talented. They're big, they're strong, they run physical, downhill type kids.
Quarterback comparison will get you after this run play, and it's Christiansen again, short pickup. And Thunder player slow to get up.
Is that Moy?
No, it's number 40, which is Isaac Borgeson.
Oh, Borgeson, yeah, sorry.
Ryder share so far in the game, 3 for 9, 78 yards and an interception. Garrett Grondell, 6 of 9, 51 yards. And there's a beautiful McCord Christiansen play up the middle, getting out of bounds, and another chunk yardage play by Christiansen on 2nd down and 8. He picks up big yardage from the 44 all the way down inside the 30.
Stokes has run a ton to the boundary tonight. If you're Desert Hills, you got to adjust defensively.
They'll go quick. Van Daly.
Boundary
Daly,
again.
hey, breaks the tackle to the 10. Van Daly, the 5. And the special moment where you touch it down. Van Daly, the other running back, to pay dirt. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Yeah, if you're Desert Hills, you just went on an 8-minute drive, and then you just gave up in 50 seconds almost 80 yards. 78 yards in 50 seconds is not very good.
No, that was a quick answer.
They haven't adjusted to the boundary at all.
13-7. What a quick hitter up the middle, Van Daly. And here's the extra point again, brought to you by Best Friends. Check out the sanctuary. Go visit, just 90 minutes away, Kanab, Utah, bestfriends.org. It's up and good. We'll take another break. Mustangs didn't take long. That is a 5-play drive, and it goes for big yardage, capped off by that Van Daly 30-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, but, Van Daly and those guys, I mean, how nice is it to run behind that O-line? I mean, that O-line creating huge gaps, washing guys down the line, the scrimmage. Desert Hills cannot get washed down 2 gaps. They got to have gaps. And right now they're just getting washed right out of it, and there's no linebackers there because they're rubbing right on up to them and putting bodies on bodies.
Devin Dixon, Carl Frankie. Carl, I mean, this is fun. This is Region 9 football, baby.
Yeah. No,
the past 2 state champs locked in a good one right now.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see the adjustments at halftime in about 7 minutes and 10 seconds because both teams are picked on them a little bit on what they see is working. Desert Hills giving a lot to the boundary right now. Crimson giving that short passing game. Their early blitz isn't getting there, so we'll see if they do a little bit, zone blitz stuff, maybe bail a D end or something into a zone and try to pick one off. We'll see.
Some good stuff going on. We got some Region 9 updates brought to you by The Rink in just a second. Low squib kick, and it's going to go out
that was out of bounds. Yep.
So that's going to be the 35-yard line here for the Thunder. Shaw, touchdown pass to Yoakum, 14-14 in Hurricane. Pineview has tied it back up. And Brock Harris just made a huge double coverage catch. So Pineview trying to retake the lead. And up in Cedar City, 14-7, Snow Canyon leading, about 7:30 left in the first half. Crew Giles wins a foot race and scores on a 74-yarder to get the Reds on the board.
Yeah, you were right this morning. I mean, you were talking about how it was going to be kind of close one-possession games, right? So, and that's what we're in right now.
Yeah. 1st and 10, D Hills. Garrett Grondell out of the shotgun, standing at his own 30, puts a man in motion. That's Gavin Young looking to throw over the middle. Hits his man. That's Young, and he's going to take it out across the 42.
Yeah, it's a nice little play there. Again, first down, staying ahead of schedule. That's the main point right here. Staying ahead of schedule on first down.
Yep, 7 more yards on first down. You'll take that every time.
Heck yeah.
Tackle made there by number 40. That is Bryce Strickland.
And if you're Desert Hills, you're in no hurry. You're going to want to take this entire clock all the way down and score here before the half.
6:40 and ticking on the Nets on Fire clock. Billing champions on and off the court. Check out the training packages, netsonfire.org.
And they only have 1 timeout left as well, Desert Hills.
You're right. How to use a couple to just kind of settle things down. Give the defense a breather on one of them. Run it, Titan Mason. Shot out of a cannon to midfield, and he's going to go. It's got one guy to beat. Will he cut back? Yes, he will at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Titan Mason. Are you kidding me? A 58-yard run to the house.
Great play there. I don't know who sealed. Oh, I have to see that replay from the beginning, but that was a heck of a play there.
Austin Benson, number 22 for the Mustangs, had the angle, and
Yeah,
you wondered if he tried to outrace him, but he threw that cut back in.
He didn't keep his leverage. He kind of got too far over the top. You got to use that sideline as that second tackler. He kind of got too far over the top, and because Titan Mason is who he is, he's smart enough to know that, and an easy cut back there.
And that right side cornerback, that was Braden Smith, that by the time he made the tackle, he was already falling into the end zone as he had to come all the way across the field. And 14-13, PAT pending. Big time run, 58 yards. Now the celebration penalty here, right?
It's either they're going to either take it on this or the kickoff, I believe.
Number 6, Topper Pattison. Did you catch the number? Was it? Did I hear 6 there, guys?
I think so. It was late flag on the pylon over there, so it happened over in the end zone somewhere. There's that sealed block by number 53 for Desert Hills. Yeah, Tafua.
I couldn't see it there. PAT again, brought to you by Best Friends. Up and big one here. You got to have it. Yes, it is. It's
now,
good. Tied up.
Crimson's going to get. They're going to get the ball here with good field position because they're going to push them back 15 yards.
Quick 30-second timeout. Tied 14-14. Good one brewing. Don't touch that dial on the Fan Sports Network.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kalua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Welcome back, everybody. Tonight's game presented by Dealer Collision Center. Big hits tonight. If we see some big hits, we see some big blocks, some big scores. How about that big run by Titan Mason? We are tied up. Also appreciate Coral Canyon Golf Course. Hopefully we'll get some Coral Canyon coaches' comments later on. Get out there and play this weekend. Cooling down, starting to feel a little bit more like fall. After 1 o'clock, any day of the week, you can book for just $80, 18 holes with cart, Coral Canyon Golf Course. It's fantastic.
Now, if Desert Hills can get a 3-and-out quick and get this ball back with some time and maybe score again. But if you're Desert Hills, hopefully they made some adjustments there against the run to the boundary.
Return from inside the 15, and Jackson Holt's got a pretty good return, weaving his way, getting near midfield and out of bounds. And you mentioned it, you're going to get excellent field position when you got to kick 15 yards back.
Oh, we got another penalty back here. We got like 2 guys excessive. It's always going to be offsetting. It's back here though behind the play. 2 guys just kind of scrumming it up down there on the field.
Well, it's
you know,
a rivalry. Two good teams.
Yeah. He probably didn't like it and gave it back to him.
I'd be worried if my guys weren't fired up. You want them on the edge. You just don't want them over the edge.
You just want to make sure that
it's offsetting.
Yeah. You want to be smart enough to make sure the other guy gets it too. So
sometimes they catch just the retaliation.
Yeah, it looked like both of them kind of going at it. I would expect this one to go on both.
Great field position, though, for the Mustangs.
Yeah, like we said, that 15-yard penalty, excessive celebration was not smart. And now you're at the 50 with six and some change going in before half. Now remember, Desert Hills deferred, so they get the ball in the second half.
As they sort this out, shout out to a few more of our Thunder Level sponsors. Washington County Board of Realtors.
Having fun tonight here at Desert Hills. By the way, this is the second to last Desert Hills home game of the year. They only have one more home game after this one.
Yeah, you guys have been here quite a bit, so there's been a lot of games here so far.
2 weeks in a row we had.
They have put this on Desert Hills.
The Boo Birds are out.
Yeah, I saw both kids kind of getting after it, but maybe one said something that the official heard. Who knows?
I didn't see as well as you, Carl.
Yeah, they were just kind of rolling around on the turf. They gave him 30 on that.
Wow.
2 penalties.
A lot of big plays tonight across the region. And now Crimson can answer right back. 1st and 10 from the Red Rock Real Estate Red Zone. Ball's loose. Sherritt goes down and gets back on top of it.
Look where they were going again. Boundary. Coach Stokes has seen some. He's got an extra hat over there. Once he brings the tight end over, he's got an extra hat to the boundary, and that's what he likes right now. If they can hold him to a field goal here, Devin, that would be a big win for this defense.
Having some fun on a Friday night. That'll be second down and about 15. Lost a good 5 yards there.
Another ball on the ground.
And they'll pick it up and throw it into the middle, and it is into double coverage and almost intercepted. Then it looked like almost caught by a Lofapo, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that was number 11, Darger. Darger played that ball beautifully. Look how he plays on the high shoulder. Beautiful play. He has every right to that football as well as the receiver, and that was a great play on his part, getting over there. If he plays that underneath shoulder, he catches it. He plays that high shoulder, he knocks it away. It's
out
great.
of the gun, third down, they'll run it. Christiansen, and he is going to be gobbled up. Fell forward, got what he could.
I mean, do you call timeout here if you're Desert Hills, or you think there's plenty of time? I mean, that's the game within the game, right?
I think there's plenty of time here, 5:12 and ticking.
Yeah.
You don't want to give them a chance to drop a good play because they might go for it here.
Well, the last drive took
8 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes before the big run by Titan Mason. So now they're in no man's land. So
they're going at least maybe draw them off sides here. We'll see.
Safeties are downhill tight.
4:45 to go, first half, and it's going to be a throw outside. It's incomplete.
Yeah.
No flags on the field. Desert Hills has forced a turnover on downs.
So Stokes has showed me right now, if it's 4th and long, 3rd and long, they're trying to go to the sticks on that comeback outside. That ball was thrown to the inside. It's got to be on the outside. So if you're Desert Hills defense going in, you got to understand, hey, if it's 3rd and long, 4th and long, we got to protect the sticks, and we got to make sure that we play that hip and expect him to throw it to the outside.
Tied 14-14. Got a Rink Region 9 update. Snow Canyon ball driving at their own 30 with 3 minutes left in the first half. They're ahead of Cedar 14-7 right now. First down throw outside. It's complete. Trey Horton, short gain of 3, maybe 4. We'll give him 4-yard pickup on first down. That's one of the shorter first down pickups Desert Hills has had in a while.
He kind of threw that flat-footed, didn't put much on it. The footwork there wasn't sound.
Rondell comes over, looks at the signs.
Yeah, they went to this new wristband type thing. It's got plays on it, and he gets a couple calls in, and it's probably got formations and the call on the wristband now.
Lifts that leg, puts a man in motion. They're going to throw. Grondell, blitz coming, dumps it, caught by Titan Mason, and he'll step out of bounds. It'll be third down.
3rd and about 3.5.
Yep, pickup of 3.
It's smart. Get out of bounds. I'd like to see him use Grondell's legs a little bit here. He's a heck of a runner in his own right. So, if you're a Lafapo here, 3rd and medium. God, he went out of bounds way earlier than where I thought he went. So it's 3rd and a good 5, a long 5.
I thought he got a couple yards there, too.
Do you force the throw early here by bringing pressure?
Ball on the far hash. Grondell going to throw. Flags fly. Maybe movement. It looks like they were trying to set up a little screen.
It was the right call. I'd like to see the screen wider because you still got backers in the middle of the field there. Just same call. Just get it a little wider. Get it more towards the middle of the field there.
Offsides or a false start. It's a false start on the Thunder. Thought he said encroachment,
didn't he?
But he pointed against Desert Hills. Confused me for a second. So, 3rd and long now for Desert Hills. 3:51 left here in the second quarter on the Nets on Fire clock. Tied 14-14. Glad you're with us on the simulcast tonight. 99.5 or 95.3 in St. George, 93.1 or 1400 AM in Cedar City.
So you got 3rd and long here. It's 3:51 on the clock. You got to be careful here. You don't turn the ball over. You got to get some yardage, maybe get a good punt off if you don't pick up the first down. Keep possession.
3rd down. Looking. Rolling to the left.
He's
got some room to run, but he's not going to get a first down. He's going to fumble out of bounds, take a shot, and that play never had a chance.
Well, the ball security also is like you're running with the ball in your hand. You got to tuck that thing and run. Probably want to get it in your outside arm.
Fuatololo's
right
probably
here.
lucky he didn't get called for a block in the back.
Just bad ball security.
Probably lucky they didn't get called for a helmet-to-helmet on the other side of it there at the end.
Yeah.
And no flags, no harm, and the punt unit on.
Good stop by Crimson, but also good that Grondell didn't try to force that thing up the field and turn it over right there.
Now, Polo is not kicking the punts tonight. Got to get him a break sometimes, right?
Yeah, you got to get him off the field. Well, he's off the field most of the offense.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing very much offense tonight. Punt is away, and it's a fair catch signal, and it's taken at the 36-yard line. So plenty of clock for the Mustangs to try to break a 14-14 tie.
30-yard punt. I mean, you probably want to send that sucker a little bit deeper and not so high there, but they got it off. That's all that matters. You didn't get it blocked. Now the defense has got to keep everything in front. I'd expect Andy Stokes here maybe run what you call trickeration, maybe in the second or third play here to kind of get some big yardage, big chunk yardage.
They're going to run to McCord Christiansen, and Christiansen's going to take it out to the 39-yard line.
Now Crimson, I do believe, has either 2 or 3 timeouts still left in their pocket. 3? Yeah.
So far in this game, Crimson on third down, 3 out of 6. Desert Hills 1 for 2. Crimson, though, 0 for 1 on fourth down in this game. Desert Hills is yet a fourth down attempt. Christiansen again, a couple yards.
Can't believe they just, Desert Hills right there just jumped in like man free. Man free with the tie ball game and 3 minutes left. Now they bring the safeties over the top.
Christiansen.
This is going to be a run to the boundary, or it's going to be something quick to the boundary.
Before this drive, he had 8 carries for 51 yards as I check the Scooters Coffee stats, and now he's going to run it right ahead and get a first down.
Yeah, they're running to the boundary. They like that left side of the line. The big fellas can move. But if you're Crimson, you're in no hurry. You got plenty of time, 2:30 on the clock. You got 3 timeouts in your pocket. Desert Hills has got to keep everything in front. No big plays over the top. Watch a double move somewhere. Don't bite.
1st and 10. They'll flip it. Jackson Holt turns. Shoulders squared up north and south. There is a flag down on the play.
It's either holding or it's chop.
Yeah, it's right at the line of scrimmage. Joe B. Ryder, our referee tonight, talking it over with the umpire, and the umpire Chad Vader, and we'll get the call. And Crimson's offensive line looks like they're backing up just a little bit. Tonight's game brought to you by Intermountain Sports Performance. There is no offseason. Get sport-specific training at Intermountain Sports Performance.
Yeah, it's chop block.
Called that one on the tackle.
So people at home don't know what a chop block is. That's when a defensive lineman is engaged with an offensive lineman above the waist, and then another offensive lineman comes and hits him below the waist, and that's illegal.
Hurricane just scored, and they've got the lead against Pineview right now out at the Tigers' Den. We'll keep you posted. Over the middle, Jackson Holt, he's been busy. Brock Moy makes a tackle, but not before he gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Still, Desert Hills got to get under control when they tackle.
Nice little crossing route.
Yeah, that's that little screen they like to run. So he'll come over top of the formation, but then get back behind the line of scrimmage so they can release those receivers and block early.
Van Daly in at tailback here. They'll
counter.
Give it to him right up the middle and back past the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's the first or maybe even second play that they ran to the right side of the line to the field side. So maybe, right now Desert Hills has probably adjusted a little bit to that boundary run, and now they're adjusting back the other way.
3rd down and 8. Second quarter clock, 1:21 and ticking. So closing in on halftime. Gonna throw. Share it. Lets it fly. It's caught. Alofapo. Little stiff arm. Takes a shot inside the 25. Finally brought down. That's a big, fabulous Freddy's.
First down. You're going to probably get a timeout here if you're Crimson here soon. Stokes is going hurry up.
Love the athleticism there from Malachi Alofapo. He was our Jimmy John's highlight of the week last week. And it's blocked. It's deflected.
You know who used to run that fantastically was like the Reggie Graffs and those guys over at Dixie used to run that little comeback to the sticks so well, but the ball was always out before the receiver turned. It was to the outside shoulder. That one was late into the inside again, so he gave the defender a chance.
Clock stop with 58 seconds before the half. We're tied at 14. Ryder share it. Second down and 10. Rolling left. Fires. And it is caught. Looked like it was going to be knocked down, but Jackson Holt makes a catch, and that's enough for a 12, maybe 13-yard gain and another first down for the Mustangs. How did he concentrate to catch that? Cyrus Polu ends up making the tackle. Boy, it looked like the angle was there for a pick, didn't it, Coach?
Oh, yeah, he just missed it. Just got there a step late. I wonder what Olofopo was upset about there.
Coach Wayne talking with the officials. I think that's the final timeout. I think he might be asking for some more time on the clock here.
Yeah, I don't know what he was. He said 3, something about 3. I don't know what that was.
Maybe 3 seconds extra went off the clock.
Oh,
The
maybe.
clock down to 48. That play on the scoreboard took 10 seconds of game time clock. 48 ticks left. We'll see if they adjusted it at all here. And another timeout brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. Get a free quote today. See how much he can save you on your auto, home, or life insurance.
No panic by Crimson. I like what Crimson's doing because you keep those big guys for Desert Hills on the field. They can't sub those guys out. And you can tell after about 3 or 4 plays, those guys are kind of spent. So they've done a pretty good job of, scouting ahead and what they like, and they're keeping that tempo.
Coming up, the Great Harvest Bread Company halftime show. Great Harvest, start your day with their amazing breakfast, fresh cinnamon rolls, breakfast sandwiches. They got some granola. It's absolutely delicious. They'll cater your lunch, quick, healthy lunch as well. High snap, handoff, McCord Christiansen, and he's going to pick up good yardage down inside the Red Rock Real Estate red zone to the 10.
Devin, they just do not have enough hats to that boundary side for Desert Hills. Look here, quick. That replay's quick. But anyway, it's all that is stretch to the boundary. They just don't have enough guys.
And Borgerson is down again. One more time here for you.
It's tough to see. So they just kick out, and then 66 didn't even touch anyone, and he was pulling. He needs to look. He needs to turn his eyes inside to try to find somebody, but he didn't even have anyone to hit because they don't have enough hats over there.
Borgerson was the one that made the tackle from the backside, and he's the one that is down on the field. Both the Crimson, you love to see both trainers, Desert Hills and Crimson's trainer, out there taking a look at Isaac Borgerson, who's drawn a lot of praise from his teammates and his coaches on the kind of kid and player he's become for the Thunder.
41 seconds here. Okay, first down. You're going to see shots now to the end zone.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to see some shots. You could see something back to the boundary again. They really like that boundary throw. They could go back to that.
And they have a timeout. So they can use the time. They have
they
two
got
timeouts.
They got 3. Wasn't that on them?
Oh, that last timeout was taken by Desert Hills?
That was an injury timeout, so they still got 3 timeouts. Crimson does.
So they can go wherever they want.
Yeah, but with 41 seconds on the clock, the ball's going to be out. They're going to have to take some shots here. You could run one with the timeout, right?
Yeah. With Christiansen to the right, to the left with that right knee brace on. He's going to block one-on-one, and it's incomplete.
A pretty good defense there, not bad.
Just trying that route on
Just
that
a little fade to the corner. You'd like to see a little more redirect by the corner, get a little bit more, trying to push that guy a little bit wider to the sideline. Don't let him just run free past you.
First target, I think, of the game for Boston Barrow.
Yeah, I'm going to, depending on where those safeties are, you might see a little run here.
Jackson Holt in motion. It is a run, and he will move the pile. Polu and Riker May will make the tackle. May got there first, and now Crimson will use a timeout.
Yeah, I was surprised by the run play there because everyone was so tight for Desert Hills. I was expecting maybe Andy Stokes check with me here, and if those guys are creeping down, he might run a little play action and throw over the top. If they stay back, then they could probably run the ball one more time in this possession.
Again, at the half, brought to you by Great Harvest, 2 St. George locations. We'll have stats. We'll have Carl's thoughts on this first down. We'll have Region 9 updates. We'll get you a couple of updates on the college games tonight, too. You got that UNLV Kansas game, and you got that K-State game against Arizona tonight. So 2 pretty good Friday night college football games. We'll get you updates on all of that. But first, 28.8 seconds left here in the first half. We're tied at 14. It's third down and goal from the 9-yard line. Out of the timeout, Ryder Sherritt, senior quarterback, has McCord Christiansen to his left. Trips to the near sideline. Single receiver is Barrow.
No help on the boundary side on the receiver.
Thunder brings some extra pressure. Finding time over the middle, and he had him open, but he threw it behind him.
His feet were not set, and he just let it get away from him a little bit.
Jackson Holt was open, but that pressure, and maybe he knew that hit was coming.
Yeah, it was coming, but he just kind of slid inside. He had time to kind of set his feet, take the hit, and throw that and deliver it. He kind of just rushes it here. You'll see him. He pops back inside the rush. That was a good job by him. And
he
then
double clutched it.
He kind of short-armed it, and it kind of just hung up on him.
Ryder Sherritt, though, can make up for that missed throw with the throw here.
Hill's offside. So now that puts him on the 5 or maybe the 4, and that gives them an opportunity to run or pass now.
Joe Wright.
Yeah, just
Number 40 of the defense. Half the distance to the goal.
So Joe Wright's a heck of a white hat too. So really good referee.
So first and goal now. 24 seconds left in the first half.
This little check with me with Stokes.
And now they want a timeout.
Yeah, they're going to talk it over.
All right, we'll take a quick 30-second timeout, and when we come back, we'll see what Coach Stokes and the Mustangs draw up here, trying to take the lead.
See what you draw up.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury while working with the most qualified and experienced team in Southern Utah. Find us on Instagram at sportsperformance_IH to learn more.
Today's game is brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus, Buck's Ace Hardware, Dealer Collision, and Findlay Subaru.
Desert Hills, Coach Tapp's in there, second-year head coach, instructions for his defense. Carl, where do you put Polo on this defensive play? And my mistake, and a correction, it's fourth down for the Mustangs. That's why they used the timeout.
Well, I would put Polo, depending on the formation here. So for me, I'd bring almost like a corner blitz and then just play Polo over that receiver to that side.
See if they can slip McCord Christiansen into a flat here. Sherritt looking over the middle, throws it, and it's incomplete.
That's a big stop.
Well covered. Jackson Holt couldn't bring it in. Might have been knocked away.
That's a big stop. Now, I mean, do you not take the points there? Or do you just think you're that much better of a team going into the second half?
You got to give some credit to Riker May there, right, CC?
Yeah, and Coach Frankie, I want you to see this one here on the replay. As an offensive lineman, what do they teach you when a defender goes up? Watch number 76 here.
Hopefully he throws that club.
When a defender goes up in the air, they don't show it here on the replay.
Did he dump
him? Get a nice cake there at the end.
What they do teach, and it's hard to call too, but you just swing that arm up through, and they get it. Trust me, you'll get your hands down real quick when you swing that arm up.
They're going to kneel on it here, and we're going to go to the half tied.
That was smart.
Desert Hills will get the ball to start the second half.
I mean, again, if maybe that's a little bit, and I'm not going to say they think they're better than someone else, but, I mean, you're on the road against a pretty good team, and you got to get the points there going into halftime, 17-14, and because Desert Hills is going to get the ball back. So, to me, I would like to take the lead there before the half.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll recap the first half for you, and then we'll get you some scores from around the region and get the analysis from Connor Collins, Carl Frankie. I'm Devin Dixon saying, glad to be with you on your Friday night enjoying some football. We haven't settled anything. 14-14 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Back after this quick timeout.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out, with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Hey St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Today's game is brought to you by Findlay Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Nets on Fire, and Intermountain Sports Performance.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Halftime presented by Great Harvest Bread Company. Start your day with their amazing fresh-made cinnamon rolls, delicious hot breakfast sandwiches. Want some avocado toast, some nice scones, and healthy lunches. They'll even cater your next team party or business meeting. Great Harvest Bread Company, 2 St. George locations. While we're going over some stats, let's welcome the Tempest Line, the Desert Hills Drills team, to the field. T-Line performing for your halftime entertainment for everybody watching on the fansportsnetwork.com. Let's start with the running backs, Carl, because you and I said it's the Findlay Subaru Star Wash tonight. How about Chris Jansen? 16 carries, $125 on the ground, and a touchdown. 7.8 per carry, simply sensational.
Yeah.
And Van Daly came in and 5 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, no, we knew coming in it was going to be a run game all the way, sprinkling a little bit of the pass, but the 2 horses in the backfield are the ones that are going to have to carry these teams.
Titan Mason almost went over the century mark as well.
Yeah.
How about this, though? 7 carries, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's a 13-yard per carry average.
His long was what there? Was that 60-something yards or 70 yards that he took off? So that was a big chunk there to get him close to that century mark. Again, both backs phenomenal, but I thought both teams stayed patient with the run as well.
Connor, as an offensive lineman, I don't know which offensive line played better. They were both equally great in that first half.
Yeah, this was something that I thought was going to be a really interesting aspect to watch is that, Desert Hills, they do have the size theoretically when you look at the trenches. But one thing that Crimson has always done well is Crimson has always been able to coach their offensive line up to be technically sound. Those are guys who have always had good footwork, get their hands inside, and they're able to attack certain points. And we see McCord Christian Jansen runs this inside zone just as good as anybody in the region.
Take a look at some other statistics brought to you by Scooters Coffee. How about the quarterbacks? Garrett Grondell, how efficient was he in the first half? Only threw it 12 times, but completed 9 of them. Only for 64 yards, though.
Yeah, just enough chunks. He's just getting chunks, getting first downs. Again, living to reset the chains and get the ball rolling again with Titan Mason. Again, he doesn't have to do all the work. But I would want to see a little bit more out of his feet, right? Maybe a little quarterback counter to the boundary once in a while off of the Titan Mason run.
Looking at some other statistics, Trey Horton, 2 catches, 20 yards to lead the Thunder. Elijah Cummings had that interception for the Thunder. Other stats, you look at, not the best completion ratio, 8 out of 18 for Ryder Sherritt, but definitely game manager. I like the speed, that hurry up. He really starts to be seemingly getting more and more comfortable in what Coach Andy Stokes wants him to do.
Yeah, and I like he's getting the ball out. He was a little off on the couple of the comebacks. They're open. He's just got to get the ball a little bit more accurate to the outside and on time. He was a little late with the one, but in that first drive, he was right on time. So look to them to come back to that again. They ran a couple wrinkles there where I could see maybe a throwback quarterback screen. But, Stokes did a pretty good job of sticking with what was working, was running behind those 2 big monsters at left tackle and left guard to the boundary where they had more hats than Desert Hills had. And then Desert Hills staying, consistent and patient with the run as well. Both teams could easily go, we're not scoring a lot of points right now. Let's get this thing in the air, but they haven't. They've really stayed patient.
I feel like I could run through behind these two guys right here.
Oh, yeah,
I feel
we
small
take
next to you. Everybody watching at home, I think I could find a running lane between Carl Frankie.
I feel like Tommy Boy
Connor
right
Collins.
now.
Other statistics, Jackson Holt was great in that first half, I thought. 4 catches for 86 yards, averaging 21.5 a catch, and then he ran the ball once or twice as well. He did a nice job. Saw him on special teams, kick returns. One time he caught that ball above the goal line just so he could run it out.
Yeah, he jumped up about 30 inches to pick one off so he can run it out. When you're a kick returner in the high school game, it kind of stinks because once it hits the end zone, you're kind of done, right? So, you take what you can get, and I thought that was a heck of a play on his part as well.
Great matchup tonight. We thought it would be great. This is the Great Harvest Bread Company halftime show, and we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get a message from our sponsors, but then when we come back, Connor Collins is going to take us around the region and around the country. Some big college football games tonight, plus all your Region 9 scores. In this one, our Boulevard home game of the week, 14-14. We're all tied up.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and escape The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Today's game is brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting, The Rink, Jersey Mike's, and Coral Canyon Golf Course.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Connor Collins here for the halftime report with you. Let's go over some of our Region 9 scores as we have here in the Thunderdome. It is 14-14 Crimson Cliffs right now tied with Desert Hills. We're trying to get an update in on the Cedar City game. It looks like Cedar and Snow Canyon right now 14-7 going into the half. Snow Canyon up over the Cedar Reds just by 7. I'm seeing here, it looks like we have a little bit of a crazy game going on right now between Hurricane and Pineview. I'm seeing Hurricane went on a long touchdown drive and gets a touchdown with 19.2 seconds left in the second quarter. So they end up getting that 21-14 lead going into the half. So again, it's Hurricane leading Pineview 21-14, Snow Canyon leading Cedar 14-7, and then Desert Hills and Crimson Cliffs both tied 14-14. Dixie again not playing this game tonight as they were supposed to be playing Beaumont, but they had the California Smokes interrupting, and that's going to go ahead and have them cancel this game. Dixie takes the bye this week. But we look around some of the other scores going on just in college football. I know we have a couple big matchups in Arizona and Arizona State. Currently at the moment, Arizona is down to Kansas State. That game is 21-7. Joining us back now, Devin Dixon rolling through again. You know how that guy goes. We're trying to get another update here as we look at the UNLV Kansas score, getting a live look in here. This game looks like it might just be getting close to wrapping up here. It kicks off right around 5 p.m. So trying to see if we can find that final score before this is all said and done. But UNLV in Kansas tonight and Arizona and Kansas State, your other two games going down as far as college football. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll have everybody back in the booth here to wrap up our halftime show.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Hey St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Today's game is brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting, The Rink, Jersey Mike's, and Coral Canyon Golf Course.
Back at the half. Looks like the cheer team doing their annual cheer clinic.
Yeah.
Got all the future cheerleaders out there doing a little routine for you. As we welcome you back here to the broadcast booth. Devin Dixon, Carl Frankie, Connor Collins hanging out with you. And some people didn't like my joke. I really was a running back in high school.
Yeah, no, I know you were a heck of a running back in high school.
I got one professional carry. Guess who called the play? Andy Stokes.
Oh, wow.
When it was the Dixie Rebels semi-pro football team in town.
Oh, yeah.
I got one carry for 2 yards. I didn't fumble. I didn't get hurt.
Oh,
I didn't lose yardage.
I remember. Was Dallas Irvin the back that year?
I don't know, but I was running behind like Misi Tupe.
Yeah.
And like Doug Roberts was brought in like a heavy package.
Yeah, Misi played at Texas A&M. So
yeah. 14-14 tie game. Glad you're with us here. Halftime presented by Great Harvest Bread Company as we continue our halftime festivities. And thanks, CC, for getting you the Region 9 updates. Brought to you by The Rink. SkateTheRink.com. Did you know the high school students, if you show your ID Saturday nights at The Rink from 8 to 10 o'clock, you get free skate rental, free rollerblade rental. They have karaoke. Carl, you like a good karaoke, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I can sing an Eagles song right off the cuff.
Hey, the Eagles are playing at the Sphere.
They're at the Sphere. That's right.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wonder what they're going to do in the Sphere for Hotel California.
That's pretty neat. Pretty neat venue. The UFC there is going to be amazing.
Yes, that's this weekend. UFC 306.
Yeah, that's going to be quite the production, I hear. Like they're talking Emmy for this.
Yeah, Dana White was after the NHL did their draft there. He said, if you thought the NHL drafted it nice, wait till you see what I got in store. So I'm excited.
I mean, they got their own soundtracks going. I mean, it's going to be quite the show.
Let's go back to our Everbowl keys to the game. How's Crimson doing? Balanced attack, stopping the run, execution.
Well, balanced attack, I'd say they're leaning on the run quite a bit, right? So Desert Hills is starting to come downhill. I'd expect a little bit more play action in the second half. They have stopped the run pretty much, as well as you could, except for that one big run that Titan basically broke out and went for about 60 plus. But again, that's one of those keys of the game where they're not stopping it enough to get Desert Hills in third and longs. And then execution-wise, I would say they're kind of, a couple times there on fourth down, they didn't make it. And right there at the end, I would have liked to have seen a field goal. I mean, sometimes you on the road, I know you feel really good about your team, but, come away with some points there at the half. And then Desert Hills, win on third downs. They've done that. 8-minute drive means that they are moving the sticks. They have picked up the blitz pretty good. They'll probably clean up a little bit more on it. Grondell's got to recognize and identify earlier who's coming and who isn't. The safeties will tell him that. And then explosive plays, not many, all one, right? Each team had about one explosive play.
Yeah, Ty Mason, a 58-yarder.
Yeah, and then we had a turnover for each side. So it's been pretty balanced. And if you look at the scoreboard, it's 14-14. We're all knotted up.
Yep. Crimson scored 7 in the first, 7 in the second, and then all 14 came from Desert Hills in that second quarter. That first one real early in that second quarter. As Monica McLaughlin, who does some stuff with us on the Fan Sports Network middays on Coney Country, doing that kick for cash down on the field.
It's a 40-yarder right here, Devin.
Yeah, this is for money for some of the student body groups or athletic teams. You can kind of pick where you want to go. Pretty good foot there. Just short.
A 5 yards short. That was a good attempt, though, at 40 yards.
Yeah, so the kick for cash going on. So lengthy halftime show. Put your second half adjustment hat on here. Carl, start with you. What's Coach Wayne, Coach Stokes talking about with the guys in the break?
Well, I think for them it's not allowing Titan Mason to get going. Okay, they got to do something to stop that. Both teams have ran the ball well, but he's got to stop that run first. He's got to get these guys in long yardage because you've seen and get pressure on Grondell. They got to figure out a way to get a little more pressure on Grondell without giving up plays on the back half. Offensively, I see Andy sticking with the same thing unless Desert Hills changes something. So if Desert Hills doesn't change what they're doing defensively, you're going to see a lot more run game. Once you start seeing those guys creep down, I'd expect some shots here. I'd expect some, play action or screen away with a little one-on-one on the backside, some of that stuff. And then if you're Desert Hills, I thought offensively they did a pretty good job. They're playing keep away.
Yeah.
They got to come away with points, though. Like, you can't give the ball up and you can't stall out. You got to come up with points, especially if you're taking so much time because you're not going to have many possessions. But defensively, they got to get stops on first down. And they're allowing those guys to just move defensive linemen all the way down the line, and they're just pushing people around. So how you combat that is you're now going to have to shoot gaps. You're going to have to slant a little more on defense. You can't stand in front of these big fellas, these big heavy breathers for Crimson. That's why we used to call them heavy breathers because that's what they are when they start running. But they love to run downhill, and if you allow to stay in front of them, they're going to just keep pushing you.
CC, anything to add to that? Adjustments, what did you see?
Yeah, for me, I think for Crimson, they've had success passing the ball. I'd like to see them try to continue to do so. And then, to be fair, focus in on your star players. If you know Oladipo is one of your go-to wide receivers, get the ball to him.
Yeah, CC's right. And isolate him.
You don't have to try to hide it. It's not a game plan. It's not gamesmanship. You're at the halfway point, and it's 14-14.
Yeah.
So I think at this point, you probably want to start keying into some of your star players and focusing in on that.
Yeah, and if you look from week to week, they kind of go to him early. They try to get him the ball early, and then they kind of forget that he's there. And they've had a lot of one-on-one opportunities to the short side of the field or boundary where he's just working on the same corner, which he's got more height on. Okay, bigger kid than the corner that's playing for Desert Hills.
Yeah.
And so attack there until they stop it. Until they do something to stop you, don't change.
You know, Barrow, 0 catches. Maddox Alofopo, 0 catches. Malachi Alofopo, 2 catches, 33 yards. Jackson Holt had 4 to lead the way for Crimson. Not a lot of completions to go around because the run game was so effective.
Yeah.
But you're right. I think it's a good call. Try to get Malachi Alofopo a little bit more involved in half number 2.
And you're probably going to see somewhere here in this third quarter a few wrinkles, right? You might see a double pass. You might see some sort of
trickeration.
Yeah, your favorite word, your favorite thing, a little trick, just misdirection, something they haven't seen on film yet from either team.
How many times did I ask you when you were coaching and I'd interview you, hey, coach, you got any trickeration up your sleeve?
Yeah, our trick was just, hey, we're going to run behind a big old 58 on the right side, and everyone knew it. It didn't matter. We just pointed to it. We're running there. There was nothing sexy for us. You know, we played to our personnel.
I remember a jump pass in the state championship game.
Well, that
wasn't
ad-lib.
drawing up a trick play, though, was it?
No, that was ad lib. That was supposed to be power to the inside. And, I mean, you go back, credit Pineview. I mean, we've seen each other all the time. You know, it's crazy. We had to play each other in the finals twice, but they blitzed that A-gap with the safety. Quinn did a good job reading that, pulling it, and then, I mean, if he doesn't make that end miss coming off the edge, he makes that guy miss by doing a little spin move. I mean, we don't practice that.
Remind me, was that the 2013 state championship?
16.
Or was it 2016?
16, yeah.
Nephi Sewell's year.
Yes, correct. His senior
Panay was
year.
an underclassman in that
Panay
season.
was a junior, yep. And what was crazy about that is on the play before we had come out and Nephi and Panay switched roles where Panay was going to go to the fullback and go through B-gap and lead Marco in, and then Pineview called timeout. So
yeah, good.
There's all gamesmanship stuff. There's all just trying to figure out. But everyone knows each other. I was just talking about with CC when you were gone out of the booth for a minute. Hey, Andy Stokes is a little prideful there with his offense, and maybe looking back, maybe he wants that 3 points that he left on the board at the half, and instead of trying to, hey, my team should score here, we're not executing as well as we should, and we should have gotten it in. And sometimes you're, not saying that he's prideful, but just you're proud of your offense. You're proud of what you
believe
do,
they
and
can find a way to score.
You believe in it, and so there's a lot of personalities on the field, and you're also coaching against that as well.
Let's take a final break. When we come back, we'll have a second half kickoff. Both teams are back out on the field at the half, presented by Great Harvest Bread Company. We're all tied up 14-14 on the Fan Sports Network.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a brownie or cinnamon roll. Come visit us at Great Harvest.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Devin Dixon, Carl Frankie, Connor Collins, Matt Hamlin, fourth member of our crew. We didn't give Matt a microphone tonight, but he's working hard, and we got just a couple minutes here before the second half kicks off. The other games, the second half has fired up out in Hurricane tonight, and they still lead 21-14 against Pineview. And Pineview does have the ball, I think, first in the second half. So they are driving now at the 38 of the Tigers. So we'll keep eyes on that game. And then just starting the third quarter, they got new grandstands, and this is the home crowd enjoying those new grandstands for the very first time up there in Cedar City. Snow Canyon gets the ball, and they're opening up the second half on their own 21. Snow Canyon up by a touchdown, 14-7. So we're tied. The other two games 7-point leads for the Tigers and 7-point lead on the road for the Warriors. Your thoughts on those other two matchups? Everything's going tight tonight.
Yeah, we knew Pineview and Hurricane would be in a tight one. I think I said 28 points was that over-under for both teams.
Yeah,
so
that looks pretty close.
And it looks
accurate.
pretty close there. And then we knew traveling up the Cedar is always tough. And, hey, Region 9's Region 9, and people show up to play against each other, and that's what it should be all about.
Well, and it's interesting. I mean, Cedar's looking for their first region win. This is actually the first region game for Snow Canyon, so they're trying to go 1-0 because they had the bye last week, played on their bye week, but non-region game. And then Pineview Hurricane, both these teams lost their region opener, and kind of in heartbreaking fashion. 2 third-quarter turnovers kind of doomed the Panthers against Desert Hills, and then Dixie ran Sawyer 6 touchdowns. They came back and beat them. Hurricane had the lead almost the whole night until the end.
Yeah, that was a Ran Sawyer show. They were right there. Hurricane's right there. I think if you make a few adjustments up front and stop that power read run with Ran, they might have had an opportunity there to steal one on the road, but Ran's a pretty special back.
We got 2 really good backs again. 91 yards and 2 touchdowns for Titan Mason. That's 10 rushing touchdowns. And really his 3rd game because he missed a game against Lehigh in week 2 due to a AC joint injury.
Yeah.
And, of course, Chris Jansen had one. Van Daly had another one. So the 2 running backs from Crimson accounting for both touchdowns in the first half. We're tied up. Second half kickoff brought to you by Intermountain Sports Performance. And it is a touchback because it went across the goal line when he mishandled it. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. That's where Desert Hills will set up shop.
So I'm interested to see how this starts out, right? Crimson, from what I've seen the last 4 weeks, are a second-half team. Desert Hills has also been a second-half team. So let's see what kind of adjustments they make here. We're all knotted up. It's a new football game. And let's see what happens for the rest of the way.
Just a reminder, tomorrow night, tune in here on the Fan Sports Network. Utah Tech hosting Northern Arizona University, 7 o'clock kickoff at Greater Zion Stadium. They'll run it, bounce it outside, cut back, 25 and pushing near the 27. Titan Mason somehow gets 7 yards on that play.
Yeah, it's just so smooth. If you see his balance, like guys are running across his feet. He dips his shoulder there so he can't grab him. He's the little, just tiny nuances of how he runs and his technique are phenomenal.
Both him and McCord, really, you never get a clean shot on these guys.
No.
2 great backs on both teams going head-to-head tonight. Pistol, Grondell, handoff, Mason, big hole, up the middle to the 40, and out to the 44-yard line. Titan Mason, big chunk gain there of over 17, 18 yards.
If you're Desert Hills, this is what you want to see in the second half here. They let that nose come upfield. They whammed them with the tight end coming across. Straight up the gut, no one there.
Fabulous Freddy's first down, go unlimited. Join their monthly unlimited car wash club. Get big gas discounts at the pump every time you fuel up at your 2 Southern Utah Fabulous Freddy's. Blitz coming, and everybody jumped.
It looked like defense might have jumped into that neutral zone first, though, to cause that guy to jump off. I mean, he's coming down the line trying to
I think you're right. I think I agree with you, and I think they're going to call offsides.
Oh.
No, they're not. Okay, well.
5-yard penalty remains. First down.
I stand corrected.
Ooh. Well, I mean, again, I'd have to see it down the line and see what happened, but I thought he jumped into that neutral zone early.
It's always not fair, right? Somebody's jumping around, and you have to, as an lineman, just stay put there. But that's the call. They'll back the Thunder up. Grondell will keep it. Makes the man in the backfield miss, but there is nowhere to go once he turned the corner. Gang tackled by the Stang gang, and it'll be a loss of a yard.
I don't know if that was just a busted play. It looked like Grondell was supposed to hand that off, and it was a read, but Crimson guessed right and blitzed off that edge, and there was just nowhere else to go. So probably the right play on Grondell. Saved himself about 4 yards. I'd like to see the RPO game a little bit off of it because they're blitzing so much. There's got to be holes open behind it.
Second down and 11. Garrett Grondell, 3 receiver set, twins to the near sideline. Gonna hand off, fake the handoff to Mason. Rock, set the feet, fire, completes it outside to Gavin Young. Makes a man miss, down inside the 35-yard line, and that's a Fabulous Freddy's first down.
Just a levels play into the flat here. Nice throw.
Gavin
nice
Young.
Nice play.
Nice little
Yeah.
yak yards on as well. Got about 8 or 9 on the yak.
Made a guy miss. I like the play action. When you run the ball well, you can play action.
See if the Mustangs want to come with some pressure. They run it. Titan Mason bulldozes it, a would-be tackler down inside the Red Rock Real Estate red zone.
Yeah, he's never in a hurry. If you see, he just kind of lets the defender kind of choose what he wants to do, and then he just opposite of that.
Over the century mark on this drive. That was a 16-yard run for Titan Mason. This kid's...
Well, and you see Crimson, now they're getting pushed up in the middle. They're getting, like, smushed into the middle of the field, but the ends are getting upfield so far they're leaving these huge gaps outside in B and C gap.
You know Titan Mason kind of reminds me of? I watched him last night for Arizona State, Bo Scatabo.
Oh.
Kind of runs like a little bit like Bo, like heavy, strong, but got some subtle moves.
See, the only thing that you don't have out of that pistol is you don't get a true RPO read or a keep read there. Only off the one side. So you don't really see that pressure coming up because the quarterback's back is pretty much to the entire one side of the field. Out of the gun, he can kind of see that side.
Good point. Boulevard home, game of the week. Opening drive of the third quarter. Thunder chewing some clock already, down to 8:27 and ticking here on the third quarter clock. We're tied up, 14-14. And get a first down at the 10. Grondell out of the gun. Looking to throw. Dumps it off Mason. Catches it. And he'll tuck out of bounds.
So, yeah, if you did. So Crimson now is sneaking an extra guy down. You saw a single safety high. He had the guy that came in motion across. They switched because they were in man coverage. They were in man free. They switched, but he got beat across the face of this. He beat the safety right across his face. He was open in the middle of the field. Grondell just took the easier throw. Yep.
Yeah, checked it down.
Here we go again. See, they got single safety high. They're actually playing man here. Man
Grondell
free.
will go empty.
So now that corner's got the back now.
And they'll come with a blitz that was probably there.
Yeah.
But they blew it dead. So
yeah.
we don't know. Foytolo maybe would have saw it if he hadn't heard the whistle.
No, now hopefully they're telling Garrett, okay, if you see the single safety high and now they're matched up and that guy bounces out with your running back, you know one guy is coming free off that edge. So they got to adjust the numbers. Expect them to full slide to the field there. If they full slide, they'll have it.
Timeout, brought to you by Luke Ute American Family Insurance. Quick trivia questions. Since you coached here for a long time at Desert Hills, who is the greatest running back all time at Desert Hills High School?
Nephi Sewell. Brock Perry, Nephi Sewell. Mike Needham was pretty darn good here. Butch Hatch early on. He was a pretty good back. Was there anyone more electrifying? I mean, Titan Mason's probably the leading rusher.
2,000 yards last year was a sensational season.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, great group of runners. And there have been some pretty good offensive linemen that have been blocking for those guys as well over the years.
So, yeah, Mike Needham was the stud. If he could stay healthy, my goodness sakes. And then we didn't play in a snowstorm from – HE double hockey sticks. That was the most ridiculous thing we've ever seen.
Out of the Crimson timeout. Grondell empty again. Looking right, rolling, throwing backside, and it's caught by the tight end. Wenzel tackled immediately by McKay Wright.
Yeah, not a bad play design. Got fourth down here, though.
I'm glad you mentioned Mike Needham because he actually set me up with that question.
Oh, geez.
And if you mention him, I got a free dinner.
You got free dinner?
I think so.
Now, with Mike, the question is, do you ask Mike Needham who he thinks was the best running back out of Desert Hills? Let's see what he says.
Mike, let us know.
Nephi Sewell, I don't think Nephi Sewell played a second half his freshman year because he'd always had like 6-7 touchdowns.
Field goal attempt here is going to be a 31-yarder.
Yeah, this is big.
And this will break the tie on the opening drive of the second half, and it's long enough and it's good.
Again, you got to get points coming out of the half. That's a fantastic play right there.
And that is a big-time kick by Hayden Porter. I enjoyed from 2017 to 2021. I was with the SUU broadcasts up there when Mike Needham and Mike Sharp were kind of in the glory days with Ed Lamb.
Well, you had Mike Needham, you had Mike Sharp, you had
Miles Killebrew was there my first year. Ty Rutt was there. Yep.
So you had guys from down here that were playing pretty well up there, and Mike had a cup of coffee with the Vikings. So man, he was a heck of an athlete. Mike was an incredible athlete, coached by Justin Enna.
Yeah.
Up at SUU. So a heck of a linebackers coach.
They had LaShawn Sims and Miles Killebrew go to the league there kind of in back-to-back seasons. And then the Bears tackle, Braxton Jones. He was I think a 5th or 6th rounder. He's started for the Chicago Bears the last couple years.
Yep.
So the SU's put a couple guys. Sorensen was the backup down there to Phillip Rivers for a long time. Brad Sorensen.
That's a really good. I mean, Killebrew's still in the league doing it. So.
Well, he's in the Pro Bowl as the special teams All-Pro guy last year. He won the punt juggling contest. Remember?
I saw that.
Remember seeing that?
Yeah.
I'll never forget Miles Killebrew when he got drafted. We had our listeners predict what round and what pick overall he would be taken, and he signed a jersey for the winner. That was kind of nice of Miles Killebrew. Good kid.
Ooh,
Good kid.
This could be a big return here.
Guess who? It is Jackson Holt all the way out to the 35-38 and tackled there.
It's tough to see for people on the fly. They don't recognize it, but you got to see a lot of gray shirts going past the football and not squeezing the ball to the sideline there. They got to stay in their lane, start to squeeze. They get through that second wave, they got to start shedding and getting to the ball side.
Did we sort out the top 4? Did we say top 4 all time? Nephi Sewell. What about Bridger, Cowden?
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah,
Mike Needham and then Nephi Sewell. Is that the top 4 all time?
I would
and
say.
Tyden Mason in the top 5.
Yeah. Tyden Mason's probably top 3.
Well, what about Tyden Morris last year too? He had a heck of a year. They've had some good backs.
We've had some big. Quarterback-wise, we had athletes. We didn't have true quarterbacks, but we did have athletes.
Ryder Sherritt was not ready for that snap, and so Isaac Borgeson's going to get.
Everyone's bored with our stories. We got to get back to the game.
We got to get back to the game. You're right. Although Nephi Sewell coming back the next year after a broken neck was one of the most remarkable returns of high school.
And had 336 yards in the state final, I believe, and state MVP.
Here comes Sherritt looking to throw behind the sticks here on 2nd down, and he completes it. And there is Malachi Alofapo trying to get outside and turn the corner, and he's tackled.
Too much time for Ryder Sherritt there. Too comfortable.
Get back 8 or 9 yards that they had lost on that bad snap.
See, those big guys up front are great when it's rundowns, but when it's a passing down, they're not really getting to the quarterback too quickly.
Well,
I'd be switching those guys out right now. It's 3rd and 15. If you can sub those guys out for quicker guys. Put a little more pass rush on.
3rd and a long 13 here. Out of the gun, setting his feet, letting it fly. Here is a man behind the defense. It's caught. Malachi Alofapo. He had to dive to catch it. And they say incomplete. They say it hit the ground. Take another look.
He might have trapped it on the turf there when he was rolling around. It's hard to see off of that.
They said he was bobbling it, and then it wasn't a clean catch. The Crimson coaching staff, 4 or 5 coaches pleading their case. One more look.
We can't see that.
It happens so fast.
He's got the better view by far than we do.
Correct.
He had to have seen leather on the turf somewhere.
Oh my goodness, that would have been a huge first down.
Felt like almost at the last second he didn't adjust to the ball. You know what I mean? It almost got behind him a little bit, and then he had to dive out to get it. So
punt unit on for the Mustangs, trailing 17-14. CC, did you see anything different on that catch attempt by Alofapo?
That was a heck of an effort.
I mean, it was a good effort, and I think Coach Frankie's right. If you track that in a little bit more, you want to try to tuck your elbows in.
Here's a return by Polu. Made the first man miss and then tackled at the 34.
I think the one thing that goes to show, though, in that drive, Crimson wasn't afraid to try to air that ball out. They went to Alofapo 2 times in a row, and, to be fair, I think that they were a half an inch away from a really big completion there.
Oh, yeah, you're just talking about a little bit of a different execution there, and it's a huge play.
It's maybe 6 because he had 2 steps on the defender.
Yeah, well, we talked about it before coming out of the half. They only targeted him twice in the first quarter, and then he didn't get another ball, so they got to go back to him.
Yeah.
Definitely a mismatch over there.
Back to work offensively. The Thunder will start this drive at their own 35, 1st and 10. Grondell, a little misdirection.
That's
on
a hold.
the reverse. It's Trey Horton. And this one's going nowhere. Good job flowing to the football by the Mustangs.
Well, again, the Mustangs' defense is right here. They got everything spill technique. So again, they got guys outside hat, so they have leverage. They just got to make sure they stay outside, and they do. They do a really good job. That play took a long time to develop, in my opinion, but it was worth a shot. They got away with a hold on the edge for a second. They were a little tug. They let it go, so that could have been a lot worse.
2nd down and 11, loss of a yard.
Single safety high, expect pressure here from the boundary.
Grondell gonna throw. Has some time, rolls out, now fires on the run. It's incomplete. There's a flag down, and look in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
Austin Wenzel is standing.
I think that was after the throw, though.
So somebody vacated?
Yeah, I think someone just left him after the throw.
I was going to say, I'm not sure if we still have it there, but if you just go back to that play, I mean, the time that Garrett Grondell has back there, it almost seems like as if Crimson just stopped the rush.
And what was nice about it, see, in years past, Desert Hills last year kept the back in the backfield and was trying to block the rush. Now they're swinging him to the flat, and they had a double-edge blitz on that, a double-fire blitz, but the one guy had to split off and pick up the back coming out of the backfield.
It was a hold in the secondary. It's not a first down, but it's 2nd down and 1 now. They'll run it to Titan Mason, and he is bottled up, and I think that might be the first TFL on Titan Mason of the night.
I wish they would allow, and I don't know if they do or not, but I wish they would allow Garrett to be able to check out to something outside zone-wise when they feel pressure in inside gaps. So that time right there, you feel the pressure. You could see him kind of lining up inside. Maybe give an easy call and get out of that call and get something to the outside.
Major Stokes, freshman, starting at D end over there for the Mustangs, and the bobble, and there goes Mason slipping to the turf, and another loss for the Thunder. I was about to mention that 3-man front. You got Stokes.
Well, they bring guys down.
They do. Yeah, those outside backers certainly come.
But their base is a 30 front, and then they bring those linebackers down, especially if you got a tight end detached or attached to the line of scrimmage, but by the tackle, they'll bring the linebacker down.
But I think my point was I think Major Stokes is the first freshman starting varsity in the entire region.
Really?
I don't think there's another freshman that I've seen, and this is week 5. I haven't seen everybody yet. And, just Titan Mason's lost his footing there. Punt unit out here for the Thunder.
I thought Desert Hills, a little fake punt. That's your trickeration, but it didn't go anywhere.
No good. Riker May is tackled after a gain of 4 or 5, and that is it.
Greedy.
Tough blow.
Yeah.
You go back to, the run where Mason slipped. He was going to have the first down. So, like you say, they tried to pull out the trickeration, and just not sure if that was the time and place for it. Granted, you still have the 3-point lead if you're Desert Hills, but now you got Crimson Cliffs in a really good place already across the field.
Guys, a couple Rink Region 9 updates real quick. Hurricane had got tied up by Pineview, but they take the lead back 28-21, 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
And they're getting the ball back.
Quick throw on a slant. It's incomplete. Snow Canyon scores on a nice sideline pass to Max Reynolds, who runs it in from 40-plus yards out. Snow Canyon now leads in Cedar 21-7 with 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Again, those Region 9 updates brought to you by The Rink. Plan your next birthday party. Check out all the details. SkateTheRink.com. Mention the radio special. Get a big discount on your birthday parties. Book them today. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it. And a cut back, big hit comes.
Nice job.
There's a dealer collision big hit by Riker May.
Yeah, it was.
Knocking down Jackson.
That's the play that they ran a ton on Springville. And a little outside zone, little buck sweep style where they're pulling 2 guards, little pin and pull action.
Yeah, you were saying it, Double D, but that was your dealer collision hit right there.
Appreciate dealer collision from minor fender benders to major accidents. They will repair your car. See why so many trust dealer collision.
Looked like number 9 was going to line up to get something.
3rd down, share it. And a little miscommunication. That one sails out of bounds. Incomplete. Maybe they knew they had 2 downs here. There is a flag down. Was there a late hit or a hold?
No, it was where the line of scrimmage was, so it's possibly a hold here.
Here comes Joby Wright, our referee. with the call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 61 of the defense.
That was a late hit.
15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Take another look at the end of this play on Ryder Sherrick.
It's hard to tell there.
He was coming right up the middle. Yeah, we were kind of following the ball. You didn't see the full impact, but you could see he was coming into him. But
just not a smart play if you're Desert Hills. You had him. You had him stopped.
McCord Christiansen slithering ahead. Nice gain of 5, maybe 6 inside the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. Tonight's our Boulevard home game of the week. Crimson on the march, trailing 17-14. Just 2 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Chance from the defense by the home faithful. Christiansen again. Up the middle and not much there.
Third and short. Gets him in third and manageable here.
Riker May had 5 tackles in the first half. Brock Moy had 5 tackles as well. Cyrus Pohl had 6 to lead the Thunder. I've lost track of our Scooters Coffee tackles in the second half, but we'll get you all the final stats in our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show after the game is over.
I'd run just a quick out to the boundary. You would be wide open here with that inside leverage.
3rd and 3. They do exactly that. It's a high attempt to Major Stokes, and it was a little bit too tall, and he is a big kid. Or was that not me? What number was that? Was that
47?
Oh, 47.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I don't have a 47 in my roster.
Wasn't that 47?
We'll check on that. 4th down, Mustangs going for it.
Jersey could be.
They give it to Christiansen, and he is going to break free, and he's going to score.
You got to be kidding me.
He is taking it to the barnyard, baby. How did he break away?
Oh, my goodness.
That is all effort from McCord Christiansen. I thought he was stopped dead to rights.
Oh, my goodness.
Highlight real material from McCord right there.
How does that even happen?
Strong running back and no wrap up on the tackle, I guess, Coach.
I don't know. I mean, it's almost like he came out of there like Houdini. Like you didn't see him, and then all of a sudden he come flying out of there.
Unbelievable touchdown run. It's a 15-yard touchdown run. It looked like he was going to have trouble getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Desert Hills guessed right. They were there. They just had to wrap up. Oh, what a heck of a run. Just have to tackle.
I think that was 97. I think the jersey was just
it was
wrinkled.
probably just wrinkled up.
I think it was Major. And an extra point brought to you by Best Friends in Kanab, Utah, just 90 minutes away. Go check it out or see all their pets up for adoption at bestfriends.org. And Crimson, just like that, back on top, 21-17 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. We'll come back, 1:49 left in the third quarter after a quick timeout.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Today's game is brought to you by Findlay Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Nets on Fire, and Intermountain Sports Performance.
Kickoff in the air as we welcome you back to our Boulevard home game of the week. Cyrus Polu on the return. Down the hash to the boundary. Out of a little lane. Cuts back near the 38 and will be dragged down at the 42, but a good return by the Swiss Army knife, Cyrus Polu.
Yeah, big return. Here's my question on that, though. You got 2 returners back there. You know Cyrus is calling for that. The other guy's standing behind him like, I'm going to watch you run this thing back. Get out in front of him and go block.
Something they'll have to look at on the film for sure, but right now still great field position. Thunder, Garrett Grondell, trailing in 21-17. 1:39 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Grondell out of the pistol. Now they go empty. Grondell looking over the middle, looking. Has time, fires a bullet, but into double coverage.
He had Winnell. That they just try to run mesh. They're just running middle mesh there. You know, the problem with middle mesh against Crimson is because everything is inside out. And the guy that's running that curl route is right over the middle of the field where you have a backer sitting right there. So there's no room in there where there's two backers in there. So really you got to get that thing to the outside. You know what's going to clear the corner on the boundary side there? Instead of just swinging your back, you rail your route.
Right.
So you go right up the sideline. That'll carry him out of there, and then you have room to the sideline to throw that ball.
2nd down and 10. See what Sam Stevens, the offensive coordinator for the Thunder, draws up. It'll be a run to Mason. Mason breaks a tackle, fights for a couple.
I'm always looking at things like as a coach, right? And it's like right now, no one is paying attention to Garrett Grondell in any power read or run read type option. And dude, the guy can run. I'd like to see him put a little more pressure on this defense.
Keep him a little more honest.
Yeah, because they're just teeing off. They're going. I mean, again, it's just harder to stop a quarterback on defense if you got to account for him too.
57 seconds left. 3rd down. Grondell looking to set up a middle screen. Completes to Austin Wintle. Not going to be enough for a 1st down, but he's going to fight to midfield, and it'll be 4th and 2.
Now, if you're Desert Hills, you let this quarter run out. So you want to let this quarter run out.
I actually think.
Oh, he got an injury now.
Yeah, there's an injury, so they have to stop at 36 seconds left. Trainers will come out on the field.
Yeah.
We've had a few guys nicked up tonight. I think that's Cuff again. He's been down a couple times. He must have something just really bugging him tonight, trying to play through something. They'll check on Cuff. 4th and 2. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Crimson leading Desert Hills 21-17 late in the 3rd quarter on the Fan Sports Network and the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile Scooter's Coffee. Open 7 days a week.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Coral Canyon Golf Course, and City of St. George Recreation.
Back here at Desert Hills High School, Devin Dixon, Carl Frankie. It was Bryce Strickland that was attended to. They get him off the field. We'll see if he's okay. And 4th and 2, Thunder go with this power package. Vintage 85 Bears. Heavy formation here with Boley leading the run to Rex, snap to Titan. Mason will bounce outside. 1st down and more.
It's coming back.
And there is Laundry on the field.
It's coming back.
And thrown towards the feet. Was that the center? Clausen, Owen Clausen? Who kind of looked like, oh, you got to be kidding me, there's a flag. Now, he could have just been frustrated. I'm not saying the flag was on him. I just saw his expression. Take another look. They called it on Isaac Borgeson, who was in that formation. He's their D end. Can we see that one more time, CC? Here's your Holbrook Asphalt replay. Borgeson is right here on 16, and he just locks up.
It's hard to see it's hard to see on camera.
He was just kind of here.
Yeah,
He was just
but
locked up.
once your hands get outside on the shoulders,
they're
going
to
call
spot
it,
that.
especially at the point of attack.
So now they have to punt. It would have been a 4th down conversion. Porter on to kick.
Oh boy, this could be trouble. It's to the middle of the field. Oh, okay, they covered it.
It's a low kick. Takes a pretty good bounce.
Yeah. I thought if that was hit a little bit better, it's away from where your coverage is, that could have been ugly.
It ends up being a 45, 46-yard kick with no return.
It worked out for him.
And Crimson will have the ball up 21-17 with No time left on the third quarter clock. Put 4 fingers in the air. We go to the fourth. When we come back, Crimson up by 4 on the Fan Sports Network.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Today's game is brought to you by Findlay Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Nets on Fire, and Intermountain Sports Performance.
Back live here, Crimson football. Start of the fourth quarter, Ryder Sherritt pulls it out. RPO, he's got some room. And Sherritt's going to pick up about 7. Good decision there by the quarterback. And he fooled our cameraman there. And good sell by McCord Christiansen, rolling over that fake on that dive.
Yep. Look how tight. No safety in the middle of the field. Straight man, bringing everything, bringing the house.
And Sherritt sees that. He's going to go one-on-one up top.
Oh, that's pretty good coverage, though.
Overthrows Jackson Holt.
Yeah, pretty good coverage there.
Just threw it where only Jack can go get it, but you're right. That is blanketed. Was that Cummings or Hagen Reed, or who was on the coverage there, Carl? I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell either because he was sideways. I couldn't see the jersey.
Third and 3.
Same thing now.
They'll run it. McCord Christiansen has some blocking, sprinting to the boundary, and he'll have the first down. And nearly a horse collar. I think the Thunder player let up.
Yeah, he held up.
And let go. That's smart play there, not to get.
Great block by the wide receiver to the boundary over there. Is that a Lofapo, number 8?
That's Boston Barrow.
Oh, Barrow, sorry. Yeah, that was a heck of a block out there. He locked the corner up.
Now there is a penalty. And here comes our referee.
Dead ball. Sideline warning. Crimson Cliff.
Still first down.
Just a warning. Official probably got tangled up into a coach, and so they'll warn the sideline. Everybody is locked into this one. Fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. Run it to Christiansen. He's got some room. And it's going to be a 12-yard pickup. Cummings makes the tackle. Actually, sorry, that's Darger. 11, not 10 with the tackle.
The end is just, he's giving himself up out there. That it's actually the defensive end coming upfield and just getting pushed outside, and he's just running up underneath that.
Christiansen again. RPO give to the tailback. He'll take it to the 48-yard line.
He's got to come flat. Like, you get a little bit wider, you can come flat behind that. You just can't take him on.
I like Crimson keeping the tempo up right now. They're actually going so fast. Even the chains are having a tough time trying to catch up.
If you watch the big fella, Josiah there, he's barely getting into a three-point stance when they're snapping the next snap.
Another run, and that's right to the sticks. This is Van Daly. And they're going to say just shy, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, they're trying to get Josiah off. They need to snap. Oh, he faked an injury, I think, right there, guys.
And they're going to let the play go. No, they're going to blow it dead.
I hope he faked an injury there. I hope it's not his knee.
He was trying to. They were trying to substitute.
Yeah, he was not going to get off the field.
Did he cramp? Or did he just lose his footing, or just go down because he knew he couldn't get off the field?
I don't know.
Only he knows.
Yeah, I'm not going to speculate. I have no idea, but
he might have cramped.
If you're Crimson, you're like, come on now, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
it's an illegal substitution, so it's going to be an automatic first down.
Yeah, it should be.
So Crimson marching now as they attend to big 92. And we'll step aside while they attend to him. Back in 30 seconds. Crimson up 21-17 early on in the fourth quarter. Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Hey, we're back, everybody. And walking off the field here is Osasivi. And now Mustangs 1st and 10 from the Thunder, 43. Sherritt, handoff. Daly cuts back, and he'll pick up 2. And one of the linemen tangled up with Riker May as that ball might have came out.
The ball came out, and the lineman got it here, Devin. I'll show you the replay. Right before he goes down, you see this pop out, and it kind of lands right in the lineman's hands, number 76.
Yeah. That was fortunate bounce because it was in bounds. They actually gained some extra yardage. 2nd down and 2. 1st down, McCord Christiansen. Good job by McCord. He almost fumbles, but he's switching hands to make sure Brock Moy could not pull that free, and now Moy is down on the field. And now we've got another injury timeout.
This one is a little bit more legit.
We'll take another look if we have it. CC, do we have?
Looked like the big man falling on him.
He was the one that made the tackle, and and as he tackled, he was hanging on. He was trying to strip that ball. Maybe got cleated in the stomach is my best guess.
Yeah, could
maybe got the air knocked out of him. Let's hope that's all.
Looked like the big left guard come across, trying to get him off the ball carrier. Kind of landed on him a little bit too.
All I noticed was I was watching the ball, and Christiansen, I mean, the wherewithal to switch it from where he looked like he was starting to lose it to rip it away and put it in the left and secure that ball. Both teams, if you go back to the start of this game, had some early turnovers. Desert Hills fumbles on their first punt return of the game. And then later in that first quarter, Crimson had an interception.
Yeah.
Well, so both teams turned it over early. But since then, been pretty clean.
But we've also learned that both teams can't stop the run with their front 7. So they got to bring other guys into the box. And when that happens, you got to take your shots downfield. You got to find your one-on-one matchups.
Let's be honest, these two teams have really good run games.
And offensive lines.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No question.
But you don't see Coach Olofopo get out of that too high shell often. So you know if he does, he's trying to push the envelope here to try to get some stops up front.
Brock Moy.
Brock's a heck of a player. Plays really hard.
And he's been playing a little nicked up. Got a knee injury that's been lingering. He might have to have, some major things medically after the season. Playing through that, he's got, I know he's got some contusions on the thigh that have been bugging him. So I don't know, but he's under his own power. He's off the field. They'll have to sit this play out. They'll run it right up the middle again, Christiansen. And again, another good chunk on 1st down there as they'll take it down to the 24-yard line. Mustangs are on the move.
Straight power football there.
Easton Webster, I've been watching the center for the Mustangs. And maybe, a little bit undersized as far as high school centers go across the country, but for 4A, an average-sized center, he is doing some good things in the middle of that offensive line.
I think I'm going to take a shot here.
We'll see. Sherritt. Yep, you're right. Taking a shot. Ball in the air. One-on-one. Olofopo. Malachi Olofopo. Touchdown behind the defense, and Crimson builds on the lead.
There's no safety help, and eventually you're going to have to give that up.
25-yard touchdown. Sherritt to Olofopo.
That's just all that is just I'm going to beat you. That's just one-on-one.
And now the Mustangs have got their largest lead of the game. It's the first time tonight we've had a 2-possession lead for either team. Extra point brought to you by bestfriends.org. The hold, Jackson Holt, the kick is up and good. That was Calder Pace knocking it through. 28-17 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. 9:02 left when we come back on the Fan Sports Network.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kala 8 at Honolulu Grill.
It's game time.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Today's game is brought to you by Down East, House of Jump, UD and Associates, and Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
Kickoff goes into the end zone as we welcome you back here. And
that's going to be a block below the waist by number 42 of Crimson.
There's a flag on the return.
Maybe they're calling it on Desert Hills.
28-17, Mustangs have the lead. Fourth quarter action here. Very, very important drive here for the Thunder as they find themselves down by the largest score of the night. And yet it's just 11.
Hold on. Yeah.
21 receiving team, half the distance to the goal.
Hagen Reed.
First down.
They called it on Hagen Reed of Desert Hills.
Yeah, it looked unnecessary. It's completely, the ball was already in the end zone. It was extracurricular out here.
Hagen Reed, a name you might remember from baseball season, hadn't been playing football, comes out for a senior year, and he's been starting in that secondary and doing a good job, but a mistake there. And now Grondell in the offense will start inside their 10, and Simon Fuitololo just moved early. And he is pleading his case there with Olin Kloss in the center.
False start. Number 57 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Just talking with V, Simon's dad.
See up there smoking some food right now.
Yep.
Okay, you got to take your shot here, right? Come on. You ain't got time to mess around. You're going to get
Mustangs
double
coming.
blitz.
Here comes McKay Wright up the middle. Grondell lets it fly, and it's incomplete. Looking for Gavin Young. Young wanted a flag, didn't get it.
No, there was nothing there.
And could have been a tackle in the end. It might have been fortunate they didn't get called for a safety there on Tafua. He absolutely locked on and just pulled that linebacker on the blitz on top of him. I was watching the Denver-Seattle game last week. 2 safeties in the first half of that game.
Yeah, I saw that. Slants are good down here because you're going to get, if you got single safety high, it looks like they're pressuring. You got slants to this boundary is going to be wide open.
Grondell, quick receiver screen, caught, but going to be well short of first down.
You got to trust that your receiver can win this one-on-one down here.
They'll pick up a couple yards.
I've seen the Thunder play a couple times this year, and they struggle coming out of their own end zone. They get really, really vanilla, really safe. They're getting the matchups they want. They're getting the look they want. They just got to get the ball out soon to their playmakers.
Titan Mason has not touched the ball in this drive.
No, well, that penalty first down hurt them.
Right. And the penalty on the kick return hurt them too.
Yeah.
So penalties have got the Thunder backed up. It's 3rd and long.
Yeah, so these guys are going to play the sticks now.
3rd and 14. Rondell standing in his end zone. Now he's going to step up in the pocket, climbs forward, looking, setting his feet, throws it over the middle. It's caught.
First down.
Topper Patterson is going to take it out across the 26-yard line. Huge first down for the Thunder when they needed it.
Great job setting his feet here. Great pass.
No question. That was, Grondell knew he had time, but you still have to make the play.
That's a big time throw right there. Gets him out of the hole. New fresh downs, and now they got to go.
Under 8 minutes and ticking left in the fourth quarter. Crimson on top, 28-17. Grondell, maybe that'll give him some confidence. They'll go right back to the ground. Titan Mason into the secondary. Trucking over a defender. He delivers a dealer collision big hit. And that's a 15, 16-yard gain and a fabulous Freddy's.
Malachi Perry is like, wait a second, I'm not supposed to be tackling you back here. Oh, not Malachi, I'm sorry. Got the wrong Pace Calder.
Yeah, right? Actually the safety slash kicker.
I got the teams messed up right there.
Pistol look. They'll run it to Titan Mason, and he is going to be buried. Griffiths was there, and they'll blow it dead. Max Griffiths.
Yeah. See, it's hard to pull guys when you got all that moving up front.
McKay Wright gets a lot of headlines, but if you ask anybody about who else is a premier player on this defense, a lot of people will go with Max Griffiths. Clock continuing to tick, though. Desert Hills may be
no urgency here. We got to get, or if you're Desert Hills, you got to have urgency.
I was just
Polu on the field now,
speeding things up a little bit. Polu's in the slot.
You got your matchup up top if you want it.
Grondell's going to run it. Titan Mason jumps outside, and he is going to be stopped to the no gain, to lose maybe a yard.
Devin,
and the clock will keep ticking.
You got man free right now. You got all these guys in the box. You got one-on-one to the outside of the field. Just run a speed out at about 10 yards and pick that up. Just they're trying to do too much with Titan.
And now Grondell is going to be against the sticks again. It's 3rd and 14 again.
Do not go screen here. This has got to be down the field, double post.
See if Coach Wayne wants to drop a little pressure. Grondell out of the shotgun, has the snap. They rush 4. Over the middle, and it is intercepted! Intercepted by the Mustangs. Returned to the 47-yard line. That is a huge Oski right there by Austin Benson.
Yeah, the problem there is you get way behind the chains, and now you got to try to pick up that first down, and he just overthrew it. But he's not open either.
It was intended for Wintle.
And there's 6 jerseys there. He's trying to force that in there. And, I mean, again, it's you're stuck in that bad situation because you're behind the sticks.
6:01 left. That might be a nominee for your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. Mark that one down as a nominee at least, right, Coach?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fumble. It's loose. Who's got it? I think Crimson got back on it. Yes, they did. McCord Christiansen. And Borgerson is hurt again. Looks like he's writhing on the turf. Take another look on the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert replay. By the way, the Big Score Dessert is in effect tonight, folks. Over 25 points. If you're listening, if you're watching on your Friday night, Yogurtland open late. Buy one, get the second one free. Of equal or lesser value. It's free because Holbrook Asphalt's paying for it. Saying thank you for watching and listening to Region 9 football here on the Fan Sports Network. Borgerson's getting attended to. Coach Taps is out there checking on him. Now Coach Taps will come over to the team and get a chance to talk with the guys. Borgerson's still down. Now they're going to help him up. A lot of guys have been down on the turf tonight, Coach.
Oh, yeah. This is a physical game. Real physical game. Guys giving it their all. I think Crimson, number 50 has been down on the ground a couple times. I mean, just guys just playing their tails off and getting rolled up on sometimes.
Crimson now can work the old ground chuck.
Yeah, there's going to be ground and pound here, and they're not going to be in a hurry.
Expect a steady dose of Christiansen here. Out of the pistol now. Here's Ryder Sherritt. And they'll run it to Christiansen. Who else? He'll bounce to the outside. And Cyrus Polo will throw him out of bounds down around the 45-yard line of Desert Hills. Looks like Snow Canyon is going to win. They're kneeing it down. And it looks like they're going to go to Cedar and get a 21-14 win, Coach.
It's a pretty good win on the road. It's not easy to win up there. Pineview is just struggling on the road over in Hurricane right now. 21 points Hurricanes held Pineview
Tackle
to.
made in the backfield. Josiah Ahosivi. And it's now 4th down and 5 for the Mustangs. Do you pin them deep, or do you try to work the clock and pick up 4, maybe 5? It's a short 5. Get you some Scooter Coffee stats here in just a second. These running backs have been busy
Could be
tonight.
pooch. I'd be calling pooch punt here. Flip the field.
Nobody back deep. You're up 28-17.
You're up 2 possessions.
4:45 to go. What does Coach Wayne and Coach Stokes want to do here?
They're going to let the clock run, probably call timeout.
And we'll talk things over.
Ooh,
Hurricane is up 37.
Pineview just scored. It's 34-28 now, I think.
Okay, 34-28. Are they going to go for 2?
Oh, yeah, let's see. They probably should. Can't be much. I can't see the time on the clock, but it can't be much time left in the game, so they have to go for 2 here.
So we're getting down to crunch time on a Friday night in Region 9 football. How about McCord Christiansen, Coach? 24 carries, 215 yards, 3 touchdowns. You add in Van Daly, 6 carries, 41 yards, and another score for the Crimson offense.
It's what I expected from them tonight.
Desert Hills, Garrett Grondell, 13-17, 105 yards, but he just threw an interception. Titan Mason, 12 carries for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns. Some of your stat leaders brought to you by Scooter's Coffee.
So the running back showed up tonight.
Well, we picked him as our Finley Superstar watch from the get-go, and the stars have come out. But Christiansen has
that offensive line blocked really well tonight. Yeah, here goes the pooch punt.
Yep.
Oh,
and he shanked it. And this is returnable. Picked up on the fly by Hagen Reed. And Hagen Reed's going to take it to the 46-yard line. There was nobody deep.
I actually can't believe they've covered it, to be honest. I mean, think about it. This is a shank, and there's all the receivers went. What a great job. Who is that?
Hagen Reed.
No.
Oh.
For Crimson.
That was Olofopo, number 9, Maddox Olofopo.
He saved the touchdown. What an incredible read on that. He has no idea where that football is, and watch him change this. He reads the guy. He reads the defender. Oh, boy.
Yep. That is an uncanny play. And now they run the ball to Titan Mason for another loss of a yard.
You're running the ball, and no clock. They're going to huddle here, too.
And I know Titan Mason can break one at any moment.
Yeah, but they're huddling.
That did not go
Devin
as planned.
I know they got a NASCAR package, whether it's hurry up. They need to be in that right now.
2nd down and 11 after the loss of 1. Grondell out of the pistol. Man in motion. Over the middle. He has him, but he intercepted almost, but in and out of the breadbasket. That was number 36 of the Mustangs, Jet Cowden.
Everything is lateral right now for them. Still, everything's coming across. Crimson's going to let you catch it in front of them. They're going to rally and tackle. You got to push the ball down the field. You got to find the seams, curl, deep curls on the seams.
Still got time, 3:50, but you need to score as quick as you can. Down by 11. Out of the gun, 3rd down. Grondell looking, nobody open, tucks up the middle, gonna run, sliding, and he slid, and there was a late hit there.
It was just because he hit him in the helmet.
That was Max Griffiths. It's such a hard.
It's so hard to hold up.
It's so hard to hold up.
Yeah.
It really is.
I would really wish Grondell would tuck the ball, though.
I mean, this is, to be fair, if you look at the replay, this is going to be one of those that the refs are going to show in the meeting. They're going to be like, hey, this is a clear example. It does look like the Crimson defender does dive in with his helmet at the end of this. If I were a referee, I'm right there with it.
He's kind of falling.
It went over the
him.
top of him. But,
It's so
it did
hard.
go around the head or neck.
It's the same in the NFL, right? It's so hard for those guys.
You're trained to go full speed
Yeah.
and tackle, and then they slide last second.
Last second.
And you're kind of caught in limbo.
It's tough.
Well, that gives Desert Hills some life here. First and 10 from inside the 30 of Crimson, down by 11. 3:42 left on the fourth quarter clock. Play action. Grondell looking, and he's in trouble. Flags fly. He's sacked. Down he goes. Sack made by the guy that just about had that interception a moment ago, Jet Cowden. And maybe holding here, guys?
Yeah.
I think they're going to call a holding or chop block here on this one. Looked like there might have been an illegal block down low.
They're asking Coach Lofapo what he wants on this.
CCU nailed it. Legal block down low.
That's the second one tonight. Not first one on Desert Hills, but second one called tonight.
28-17. Desert Hills backs up. They'll spot this at the 41 of Crimson.
I'd like to see trips to the right here, sprint Grondell out that way, run a little flood action, try to get it to the sideline so you can save some clock.
First and 25 after the penalty. Desert Hills, Grondell, quick pass outside.
It's caught. Oh, we
and
dropped
it looked like it was caught, and then it popped out of there. It was intended for Topper Patterson. Clock stops.
Again, though, the play is into the field, right? So they got to be thinking, okay, we catch the ball into the field, not a first down. Might have to start using some timeouts here soon, under 2 minutes if we get there.
You want a flag route or a corner route?
I want something where Grondell's on the move and and he's throwing to the right side. Now we got this bootleg.
And it's intercepted.
I think it got tipped.
Bootleg and a pick. Number was 35 for the Mustangs with the sticky hands. That is Joshua Alvey. Alvey with the Oski. Just snatched it right out of the air. And that might be the nail in the coffin for the Mustangs, and they needed it. The defense stepping up big again. Now we got another injury on the field down inside the 20.
Cramping.
One of the Mustangs is down.
So I want to see if that got tipped at all. Did that get tipped? It looked like it was like hand-on-hand almost.
One more look. Holbrook Asphalt replay. Big Score Dessert is on tonight at Yogurtland, fans. Go get yours. Just ask for the Big Score Dessert. Buy one, get one.
Yeah, I think it got tipped there. Because it came out fluttery and behind the receiver when he threw it.
One more look again.
It's hard to see, but it looks like
it
was.
Yeah, he is swatting.
I think he threw that. I think it got deflected somewhat.
So that is turnover number
3
for the Thunder
Two
tonight.
INTs and a fumble tonight.
Tough to win when you turn it over 3 times against a good football team. Crimson can choose some clock. Just 3:23 left. Handoff up the middle. And Chris Jansen's going to gain a yard, and that was it. Tackled by Aho Sivi.
After this next play, I'd expect Coach Taps to call timeout if it's third down. Clock management's huge. You never know in football games. You could have a fumble, scoop, score here. Never know.
Taking all the play clock all the way down.
Yeah, see, now he'll just look at that back judge. There's one. That could be holding right there. That's coming back.
Chris Jansen turns it upfield, and for the moment it's a 6-yard gain to the Thunder 45, but there is Laundry.
Yep, this is going to be a 10-yarder. Let's see right here. 53.
Webster, the center. That'll back the Mustangs up. Coming up, we'll have the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. And then we'll get you the Region 9 recap. We'll go get you all the final scores and reaction to everything tonight. Dixie was supposed to play at Beaumont, but they canceled that game due to the fires down in California.
Yeah, too much air quality is terrible right now.
22 first downs for Crimson compared to 15 tonight for Desert Hills.
So there's your first timeout if you're Desert Hills.
392 total yards for the Mustangs, 306 for the Thunder.
Yeah.
How about the rushing? 249 for the Mustangs, 201 for Desert Hills. Most of the yardage tonight On the ground.
We knew it.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, I think half the town knew it too, but.
Desert Hills penalty, 7 for 62 yards.
Bad penalties at bad times, too.
Crimson just had their third for 30 yards after that last hold.
So how many penalties total for Desert Hills tonight?
7, what I show.
And there was a couple roughing, unsportsmanlikes that were really bad timing, too.
Time of possession, a little bit misleading. 33 minutes and some change for Desert Hills, 19 minutes and some change for Crimson. Crimson's been going quick. Desert Hills has been taking their time.
Well, Crimson was up-tempo because they felt like the defensive line for Desert Hills was getting really tuckered out.
I agree.
And it was.
Yeah.
I mean, you
saw it.
You had an Emmy one tonight. So
Mustangs second down and 20. Rollout. They're going to throw. Share it. Overshot his man. Almost intercepted. So they roll out and throw, and that looked like Elijah Cummings could have had that pick for a second. It looked like it just went right off his fingertips.
I mean, again, I know you're up 2 possessions, so I know Coach Stokes is like, okay, I'm going to roll the dice here and gamble here because if I do get this completed, then we could just pretty much kill this clock unless, Coach Taps calls these timeouts. But, I mean, that's how quickly. That's why you want to save clock because it's so quick you can turn.
Mustangs now backed up 3rd and long.
Yeah.
They'll run it to McCord. Christiansen going wide.
He's got to stay in bounds.
Hagen Reed going to get there and then.
Oh, he went out of bounds.
And he's still trying to stay in, but he did. He stepped out of bounds at the 44 of Crimson. It'll be 4th down, and the punt unit's going to have to come on for the Mustangs. Right. But only 2:16 left in the game.
If he stays in bounds, you force Desert Hills to take their second time out, and they only got 1 left with the possession.
We've seen some onside kicks tonight. Pineview could not recover one, and Cedar tried one and could not recover one. Cedar has lost. Snow Canyon has won. That game is now final. Hurricane is up 34-27.
With the ball.
And they can try to work the clock. About 2:20 left in that game, I think.
Yeah, about 2:20 left. Doesn't look like Pineview got any timeouts left either.
Corner Canyon, one of the top teams in the state. Saw them beat IMG Academy a couple weeks ago. They're beating Skyridge 38-28. Bad snap. And in trouble, fire, and it's a sack of the punter inside the 30. Desert Hills will have great field position. Bo Meredith made the tackle. It went right through Calder's hands. He's trying to get the kickoff, and there was just too many defenders.
Okay, Titan Mason should not carry the ball out of the backfield. Get him in the passing game here. Go 5 wide if you have to. You can go 5 wide with an attached tight end and keep the tight end in the block if you need to.
How lucky were they for not to get a face mask penalty?
Oh, I saw it come by.
Yeah, I mean, that would have just been brutal for Desert Hills as we've seen untimely penalties all night.
Rondell going to throw. Here we go. He's going to fire outside. Caught. No, incomplete.
That's
probably good
yeah.
because it would have been like a 3-yard gain.
Why are you not working the sideline? They got to work the sideline.
Line's got to give Grondell some time here to go a little bit deeper down the field, and the play designs maybe get it a little deeper down the field. This defense is good for Crimson, though.
Hopefully they got 2 plays called here as well, because you don't want to keep huddling. You don't have time to huddle. You're down 2 possessions.
2:06. Clock is stopped on the incompletion.
There you go. You got your empty look, tight end attached here, so he can help block if he needs to.
28-17 Mustangs have the lead. Pressure comes, and they get to Grondell. He's sacked at the 35.
Can't take a sack there. They got to call timeout.
Cuff comes in and gets him. That is Kaysen Cuff with the sack.
They're not calling a timeout. Oh, they finally called one. God, they just let almost 8 seconds off the clock there.
Yeah, that's a brutal one there as the right guard just got beat there. Nice move by the defensive tackle for Crimson Cliffs, and Garrett Grondell didn't even really know what hit him. As soon as he snapped that ball, just beat off the get off.
We've seen Kaysen Cuff down, nicked up tonight, but still looked really quick on that one.
Well, it's crunch time, man. He's looking to make a play when it counts here to end this game. And
and these two schools, they circle this one on the calendar when the schedule comes out, right?
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
last year, Crimson wins the title. The year before that, Desert Hills won the state title. So the 2 past state champs in the 4A classification. Although nobody in Region 9 is favored right now. You got teams like Ridgeline and Park City and some of these teams from up north that are kind of dominating the top of the rankings right now in 4A.
You got no Polu on the field right here.
You got Duckett to the bottom of the screen.
Who's got a lot
Young's
of
in the
speed.
slot.
Yeah.
Wintel's in at tight end. Titan Mason out of the pistol. Grondell looking to throw. Mason offers some protection, rolling out, throwing, and it is caught. Diving catch made by Trey Horton on a dig route from the outside, and now the Thunder go quick. Down to 1:39 and ticking left here in the fourth quarter. Crimson on top.
They got to get lined up.
Crimson's up by 11. Desert Hills trying to make it a one-possession game, flipping it up high. Mason led him too far. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that's okay, though.
Mustangs, again, putting some pressure on. They're stunting, they're weaving, they're
but
forcing them to roll out and throw on the run. This was that nice play and a completion on the previous play.
The sack hurt him.
Yeah.
The sack hurt him.
Now it's Cuff with the big sack for Coach Wayne and the Mustang defense.
You're going to get 3 knees here, and this thing's over.
So the turnover on downs, and Crimson going to win this game. All tight ones, and my prediction was wrong. I said all 3 games tonight this morning would be within single digits, and it looks like Crimson going to win by 11. Flag flies in late after a 6-7 yard gain. Did he get a face mask there on the tackle, CC?
Yeah, it looks like right at the end there, they're going to get him for a face mask. You'll see it here as he goes to bring him down, just grabs him by the helmet there.
Frustration tackle.
Crimson can just run out the clock here. Just a minute 13 to go. Been a great game. Hard fought from both teams. They'll move the chains.
Number 21 of the defense. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run results in a
So yeah, Hagen Reed there just bringing him down by the helmet.
Coach Stokes headsets off. Same play called here the rest of the way.
Yeah,
Run.
well, I'm surprised they ran the ball.
No, this looks like the victory formation maybe with 2 backs back. We haven't seen that much tonight. Probably just kneel on it.
I bet you they run it.
They got a guy deep back here.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. I hope they're. That's a weird formation.
Well, I was surprised they ran the last one,
True.
to be honest.
True. That'll do it. One more snap, and this will be over. Just 40 seconds and ticking left here. 28-17 is going to be our final score. And Crimson's going to have a little inside track. Going 2-0 in region play.
They don't even have to snap it. They didn't even have to snap that one.
And that'll do it. They snap it with 24 seconds on the clock. And the Mustangs, after losing their first 2 games of the season to Morgan and Bingham, have rattled off 3 wins in a row. They got Springville on the road. They got Cedar at home. And they have beaten Desert Hills here tonight, 28-17.
Yeah, it's a big win, but long season to go. They got to stay healthy. Both teams played hard, you know. A couple mental errors, a couple mistakes with penalties, but you know, Crimson deserved to win this one the way they played, especially in the second half.
Teams are exchanging some handshakes here. We're going to step aside, but when we come back, we'll clean it all up in our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. We'll hand out the AWP Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. We'll pick our Finley Subaru Star of the Game, as well as our Jersey Mike's Sub of the Game. And then we'll get you the Region 9 recap on all the action tonight as Week 2 of Region Play is on ice in the books. Stay with us. Back after this, the final on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Crimson wins it 28-17 over Desert Hills.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Or maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool? Well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Today's game is brought to you by Findlay Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Nets on Fire, and Intermountain Sports Performance.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, our post-game sponsor. Dr. Cody and staff make your kids feel right at home. Never always that fun going to the dentist, but Dr. Cody and staff, new patient special, always just $99. Exam, x-rays, and the teeth cleaning. Call 656-0511. Appreciate Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Devin Dixon, Connor Collins, and was Carl Frankie. These guys have been doing work all night long, guys, and it's in the books. What a great Region 9 game tonight with the Mustangs coming on the road winning 28-17.
Yeah, I thought it lived up to the billing. Both running backs showed up. The offensive lines, I thought, played pretty well tonight. Couple big plays here, there, a couple bad penalties, and Crimson kind of ran away with it.
Running back comparison, 12 carries, 155 yards, 2 touchdowns for Titan Mason. Great night. But McCord Christiansen, 29 carries, 211 on the ground, 3 touchdowns. I mean, McCord better take that whole offensive line out for some Honolulu Grill on Monday, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to click up there up front. I thought Desert Hills got worn down. Stokes came with a little more up-tempo tonight, really pushed the envelope, really, had their way with them, especially – again, Desert Hills, I thought were late to make some adjustments, taking away the boundary run. Those 2 big boys, left tackle and left guard for them, just kind of just started to just road plow that left side of the defensive line. And, credit to them. They didn't panic. They didn't try to do anything fancy. They just pounded the rock at them.
Other Scooters, Coffee, stats, Ryder share it. 7 out of 21, 143 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but boy, was that touchdown big in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, again, Desert Hills could not stop the run with their front 7. They had to bring the safeties down in the box. Once they saw zero coverage, Stokes was throwing it up in the air.
Garrett Grondell, 14 to 21, 111 yards, but he did have the 2 interceptions thrown in this game.
Yeah, I think for Grondell, it just took him a little bit too long to kind of decide to start airing it out. I agree. I think for somebody whose legs are as good as they are on him, they kind of should have gotten to that RPO. Maybe let him read option a little bit, keep that defense honest. I will say the best he looked all night was when he was doing the rollouts and when he was moving on the run, setting his feet and making a throw down the field. It just seemed like he was struggling when it was to drop back and make his reads.
It was hard for Desert Hills because the penalties kind of put them behind the sticks. There was just some some mistakes that they couldn't overcome, especially on that drive at the end after that muff punt. They just really got stuck in neutral and then in reverse.
Yeah, and then even that last possession, that sack, you can't take that sack there. That you're burning clock and
not much time to react though in Grondell's defense.
No, there wasn't. But again, you still just got to have that feel. You got to be able to get rid of that football. An incomplete there would have been better than a sack. But credit Crimson again, making the play when they needed to make a play.
Other statistics brought to you by Scooters Coffee. In this one, mentioned McCord Christiansen. Van Daly came in, 6 carries, 41 yards, and a touchdown. Jackson Holt, 4 receptions, 86 yards. Malachi Lofpo ended up with 3 catches for 57 yards, including that 25-yard touchdown, or was it a 30-yard touchdown reception?
Even a Lofpo, even on that shanked pooch punt. Right, that was a huge play because that would have been a huge turn of events there. He read that. I mean, that's a play where most people won't recognize until you see the game film how quickly he
that was
recognized.
Maddox, right?
Maddox, yeah. How quickly he said, oh, my gosh, something must be wrong because that guy's flying upfield. And he just put on the brakes, turned around, and made that tackle. That's a huge tackle that time in the game.
You know whose name we didn't call out tonight? McKay Wright.
Yeah, not much.
I think Max Griffiths had more tackles tonight than McKay did. I don't have the total tackles handy here. But, man, the penalties we mentioned, 7 penalties for Desert Hills.
They had a pretty good game plan, though.
I think so.
Like, it wasn't like they were getting beat up front. Like, they had that wham play they were running, letting that nose tackle get upfield and bringing that tight end across, and they were running right up the gut on Crimson quite a bit tonight. It was just, like you said, there was a couple executional-type plays. I thought maybe not playing a little bit more up-tempo earlier when you were behind. A lot of wasted time.
Other statistics coming your way here. You look at first downs, 22-15, advantage Crimson. Third downs tonight were a struggle. That was one of our keys tonight, money downs. And Crimson only 3 of 12 tonight on third down, and Desert Hills only 1 for 6 on third down.
Yeah, but only 6 third down, so.
Yeah, they did get a lot of, like, when they were moving,
chunks.
They were getting that second two, second threes.
They were.
388 total yards for the Mustangs, 304 for the Thunder. 143 passing for Crimson, 111 passing for the Thunder. All the running in this one kind of amassed. 245 rushing for Crimson, 193 total rushing for Desert Hills. Turnovers ended up being 3 for Desert Hills to 2 for Crimson. Both had 1 fumble lost and then 1 interception for Ryder Sherritt, 2 interceptions for Garrett Grondell. Desert Hills had 13 more minutes of time of possession tonight, but it does not matter. They lose on the scoreboard 28-17. All right, let's hand out some awards. And let's start with our Findlay Subaru Star of the Game. I think it's you want to go with the offensive line for Crimson, or you want to go just more Cord Christiansen tonight?
I think it was Christiansen. I mean, that run where he looked like he had 3 or 4 guys on top of him, and he makes it into the end zone and powers through that. And
that could be the play of the game, too.
That was the nail in the coffin, in my opinion, right there.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. As much as I'd love to give it to the O-line, I think you're right. There was a lot of hard yards McCord Christiansen got by himself. And to be fair, not that the O-line didn't do their job. I just think that this was a good overall night by number 15 out there.
Yep, I agree.
Findlay Subaru Star of the Game, McCord Christiansen, Crimson Cliffs, over 200 yards rushing and a bunch of TDs. Heck of a night. That's his second 200-yard game in the last 3 weeks. He did it against Springville as well. Let's go to our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. What resonates, guys? The nominees?
Well, there's a few. I think the one that I would like to go with, I know we're giving a lot of love to McCord Christiansen, but I'm going to go back to that touchdown to Olafipo here in the second half because that's kind of what we were calling for. We said, hey, find your star players, go out there and attack them. Crimson Cliffs, like you said, they saw the zero coverage. Everybody was manned up. They got their one-on-ones. And when you get your one-on-ones, you got to win them. And that's exactly what Olafipo did, and that's what kind of got that run going for Crimson Cliffs in the second half.
It was the Christiansen run that made it 21-17, and it was Olafipo that made it 28-17. Both were big touchdowns in the second half.
Yeah, and I from up here, I could just see it developing. Like I even said, they're going to take a shot here because there was no safety help. You got one-on-one to the field, and you got pretty good athletes out there. You're going to give them a chance to throw, and you knew Andy was going to. You knew he was going to come back to him sooner or later, and he made the right call at the right time.
All right, let's go with that. Ryder Sherritt, Malachi Olafipo, trying to think, was it 25-yard touchdown?
Yeah, it was about 25. Yeah, I'd give him that.
So I'll have to double-check that. The length of that touchdown was 25, 30 yards on the touchdown. That is your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game as Crimson wins it 28-17. Jersey Mike's sub of the game. Jersey Mike, stop by a Southern Utah or Utah. Jersey Mike's a sub above the rest. Don't forget to get it Mike's way. Loaded up with all that vinegar and salt and
56,
pepper.
the number 56.
I love their hot subs, too.
That's
the Big
the hot
Kahuna.
sub. Yeah, the Big Kahuna, the 56. And yeah.
Yep.
Hey, listen, though. Both teams, there are plenty of season left.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to go back to the drawing board if you're at Desert Hills a little bit and figure out, because you're probably going to see these guys again sometime in the playoffs.
I agree. We've seen that in the RPI era. Let's go with Van Daly. Van Daly is your Jersey Mike sub. 6 carries, 36 yards, and a touchdown. Just that 1-2 punch on the ground and pound for the Mustangs. Van Daly, I thought, did an incredible job coming in and having an impact off the bench for Coach Wayne Alofapo. Trying to think of who else to give kind of an honorable mention to there as well. But that one really comes to mind with that way he ran that big touchdown run up the middle, ran hard.
You know what name we're not calling out a lot on defense is Cyrus Polu. We don't see him show up a lot, and I don't think it's
playing a long way from the ball.
He's playing 15 yards away from the football, and I mean, I guess they get him down in the box certain times, but I would really like to see him more in the box and more into the game, making plays, coming off the edge, and blitzing and doing certain things. It's great that he's back there. He solidifies that back half, but I think they're missing a lot with him being back there and not in the box somewhere.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you think about guys like Jamal Adams, Isaiah Simmons in the NFL, some of these bigger safety linebacker hybrid mix, and that's exactly what Cyrus Polu plays. I mean, he's one of those guys where, you can kind of line him up off the edge and he can blitz, or you can drop him in that flat. But if you want to line him up one-on-one with a guy like, let's say, Brock Harris or Olafipo, you can do that. There's just a different amount of ways that you can use Cyrus Polu, and sometimes you're right, it does feel like they get a little one-sided with him.
Yeah, and then also he's only on one side of the field, too. So it's not like he's playing in the middle of the field some. I just think moving forward, they might want to use him a little bit more in some of their packages than just on the back end.
5 tackles tonight for Cyrus Polu. Five tackles.
And a lot of it was on big broken runs, right? Too late.
Leading tackler for Desert Hills, Riker May had 10 and had a TFL.
Yeah.
Brock Moy had 6.
Yeah.
Cummings had the interception. Bowden Meredith had 5, including the TFL. Borgeson had 4 tackles, including a sack.
Again, we're not questioning Coach Taps or anybody else. They know their personnel better than we do. I just know that I would like to see him in the box more.
All right, we're going to just take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, McCord Christiansen is going to join us here in the broadcast booth in our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. This is the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Stick with us, everybody.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Cord Christiansen, our Coral Canyon coach's comments tonight. He ran right up to the press box to join us here. McCord, great performance, over 200 yards tonight, a couple of touchdowns. I know Carl was calling you Houdini when you slipped that touchdown run. Take us through that play.
Yeah, I mean, it was just fourth down, I think 3, and we needed a big play, and just I thought I was wrapped up and then just kept moving my feet and made it to the end zone.
Yeah, listen, all night long, I mean, you ran up here, but you're still running. I mean, the offensive line. Tell me a little bit about what you saw defensively for Desert Hills and what your game plan was tonight running the ball.
I mean, from the get-go, we wanted to establish the run game. We thought whoever could get the run game going first was going to come out on top, and the O-line, they did great. Easton Webster, all of them, they just did awesome.
I saw a lot of up-tempo tonight. Did
Yeah.
you feel like that you get that defensive front tired for Desert Hills?
Yeah, for sure. We wanted to run them sideline to sideline, get them tired. And yeah.
Yeah, you guys did a good job of just executing and moving the ball up the field and break. I mean, you saw it later on, and you guys ran to the boundary quite a way. I kept saying that you saw something to the boundary, whether you guys had more hats over there than they did. They just weren't taking care of that. What was something you saw over there, Coach Stokes?
I don't even really know. Coach Stokes is a genius, so I just did my job.
He put you in the right spot to be successful,
Yep.
so he did a good job tonight.
McCord, tell us about, I mean, you had 200 yards, 29 carries, touchdowns, but Van Daly, man, we picked him as our Jersey Mike sub of the game. Came in, 6 carries, 36 yards, and a score. Talk about your other running back.
Oh, I mean, that kid's a stud. He goes to practice, he works hard, and he deserves every play he gets.
Was there a talk at halftime like, hey, we got to get those one-on-one matchups? You finally got it to Malachi for the touchdown. Was that an emphasis in the locker room to try to maybe get those one-on-ones and get those jump balls?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what those receivers were talking about, but obviously whatever they said did good.
What was the talk in the running back room?
That was all laughs in there. We just always have a good time, just keep pounding the ground.
I mean, this is one that it's got to be circled on the schedule, right? I mean, you guys won state last year. They won it the year before. This had to be fun. What was it like? What was the physicality like? And what are you feeling like now that you guys came out on top and got the 28-17 win?
Yeah, I'm so happy. They're a good physical team. They play hard. They play hard every play, and it was just fun to come to the rival school and come out on top.
Gonna be fun next week. You guys got Snow Canyon next week. So they won up in Cedar City tonight. So they just keep coming. Region 9 action. We're right in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's a good team. I'm excited.
McCord Christiansen, good job tonight, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Our Findlay Subaru star of the game, gracious enough to join us here in the post-game show.
Thank you,
All
guys.
right, quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to fire up the Region 9 recap show. We get you all the scores from around the region, put a bow on tonight.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury while working with the most qualified and experienced team in Southern Utah. Find us on Instagram at sportsperformance_IH to learn more.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Back here at Desert Hills High School, where it's a final tonight, 28-17. A lot of fun. CC, Carl, McCord Christiansen, all smiles, and man, he didn't even look tired up here talking to us.
No, you're never tired when you win. I'm going to tell you that. It's fun to win. He had a hell of a game. I tell you what, he's going to be fun to watch the rest of the year. It looked like he got stronger as the game went on too. He got in that rhythm. Just looked like they were wearing down that defense, and he was having a lot of fun getting up the field.
Guys, this rushing race between Titan Mason and McCord Christiansen might go down to the season finale, might go extended into the postseason.
What did I tell you when we were doing all of our preseason awards? I said, guys, I might put a flyer out there, but call me crazy. McCord Christiansen very well could make a case to win your MVP of the league. Yep. I know Titan Mason gets a lot of the headlines, and by all means, what he does out there is great, but for Crimson Cliffs, for as much love as they get for their wide receivers and their quarterbacks and all the passing they do, I really do feel like McCord Christiansen is kind of the heartbeat of that team.
Let's get you some of the Region 9 recap from the other games, put a bow on the night, and then we're going to get on out of here and get off into our weekend as well. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, everybody. The Region 9 recap show brought to you by Findlay Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Down East Outlet. Get on over there for all their home products or clothing. And, of course, Bucks Ace Hardware, all built by Bucks Ace Hardware. And I want to get your guys' reaction here to some of the final scores tonight as Let's start first. Cedar City, Snow Canyon. Snow Canyon going on the road. Carl, you said they always leave the grass like some U.S. Open rough up there.
Yeah.
And how about Snow Canyon going up there? And Cedar scored late to make it 21-14, but couldn't recover the onside kick. And Snow Canyon driving back home with a dub.
Yeah, no, that's a big win because I thought for sure that was good. I think I picked Cedar in that one. I went with the home team because it was a pick'em game, and I thought maybe the edge would have gone to Cedar. But again, credit Snow Canyon for traveling and getting another big win on the road. That's back-to-back road wins, and they're going to have another big game next week with Crimson.
And look, let's be honest, Snow Canyon, Archie Therafal goes down. Andrew Castro's out. We don't know when he's going to be back. Their outside linebacker didn't play tonight. They did get Trey Vaughn back, their star defensive end, which gave them probably a little boost. And it sounded like Max Reynolds kind of had a big performance tonight. And then Joe Max Smith, I mean, he is a dual threat. He's a leader, and he's a guy to watch out for in that game. Warriors win it 21-14.
And one possession game like we thought.
JT Westbrook had a 61-yard reception for a touchdown from Joe Max Smith, but Crew Giles had a 74-yarder for the Reds in that game. But Reynolds had a 51-yarder in the end of the third quarter that kind of put him up 21-7. And then with about 54 seconds left in the game, Crowley caught a touchdown pass, but they couldn't get the onside kick. Just ran out of time. But a great game. Warriors win by 7.
And credit Cedar City. You got a whole new offense, whole new coach, coordinator, the whole deal. And, they're no slouch. They're going to be a tough out every week.
How about Hurricane? I mean, second win of the season now, 34-27. The Tigers' den was loud and proud. They were rocking out on the east side, and they beat Pineview tonight in a little bit of a shootout.
And what was the over-under?
28 points.
28 points. Whoever kept the other team under 28 points is going to win. And
Pineview went for 2 and didn't get it, I believe. And they had 27. You nailed that one. We thought that would be a one-possession game, and it was. And Dylan Gabriel doing his thing. R.J. Allred had a touchdown run in that game. Brody Jacobs had a 7-yard touchdown run in that game. Allred had another one. C.J. Trump had a reception for a touchdown. Brock Harris did score a touchdown. Yoakum had 2 touchdown receptions. And Kyle Richardson had a 1-yard touchdown run to wrap up the story. But it's the Tigers getting their first region win. And for Coach Boyer and Pineview, they dropped to 0-2 in region play. Lost here to Desert Hills last week and fall at Hurricanes tonight. 2 road games, so that the Pineview Panthers have a lot of home games coming up, but they're in a little bit of a hole now.
They're in a little bit of a hole, and they still have some winnable games out there. You still have Cedar City. You still got Dixie that you're going to compete against. So there's some winnable games out there. They're just going to have to figure out what's going on defense because so far it has not looked good.
So Crimson is now 2-0. Snow Canyon is 1-0 in region. Dixie's 1-0. They had a game canceled in Beaumont tonight, so no flyer updates. You probably noticed that. Desert Hills with a loss tonight drops to 1-1. Meanwhile, Hurricane improves to 1-1 in region, and Cedar and Pineview now are 0-2 to start the region season.
Well, still early season, so it's up for grabs for sure still.
But the defending state champs, after losing their first 2, they're on a roll. They've won 3 straight.
They're kings until you knock them off, so they got to be the favorite all the way through until someone beats them.
CC, any surprises from you on the scores tonight or about what we expected?
No, I think this is about what we expected. We were all kind of thinking these would be one-score games. Thought maybe that Desert Hills and Crimson would be a little bit tighter there. But just as the game went on, you saw that Crimson kind of took away. So I think this is what we expected here. As now we're starting to get into the thick of Region 9. Everybody's starting to figure out really what their identity is.
Real quickly, our look ahead brought to you by Intermountain Sports Performance. Next Friday night, Snow Canyon at Crimson. Pineview at Dixie, and Hurricane at Cedar City. Desert Hills will get the bye week in region play.
Well, and it might be a good bye week, too. It's probably coming right at the right time, right week 6, get some guys healthy, and make a big run in the second half of the season.
All right, your Region 9 recap tonight brought to you by Bucks Ace Hardware. Get on over there for some lawn and garden, everything for your house, for your yard, grills for the football season. And you can find them in Hurricane. They got a new store that's going to be done this fall out there in Hurricane. Of course, they've got the one in Dino Crossing and out there in Santa Clara. Appreciate Down East Furniture. Go check out their selection this weekend if you need something for your home. Appreciate Honolulu Grill. Go get some Kahlua pork or teriyaki chicken or chicken katsu or their Loco Moco burger. Try their famous Kava-Aid. They make it right there.
Yeah.
Boo Boo and Nick and the
Boo Boo
guys.
takes care of me every time I go over there.
Absolutely. And we appreciate Finley Subaru and our presenting sponsor, Boulevard Home, making your house more like home for over 50 years. For Carl Frankie, Connor Collins, the rest of our crew, Crimson gets it done tonight. They win it 28-17 over Desert Hills. Snow Canyon on the road, 21-14 over Cedar City. And everybody happy out in Hurricane tonight. They win it 34-27 over Pineview. You guys have a great rest of your Friday night. Stick around tomorrow night. Pregame 6 o'clock here on the Fan Sports Network. And then kickoff 7 p.m. at Greater Zion Stadium. NAU coming in to take on Utah Tech. And then Broncos football on Sundays. We get you more NFL Denver Bronco action right here on your local sports leader, the Fan Sports Network. Have a great weekend, everybody.